What's up, y'all? Y'all know what it is. Me and Master Rod finna do our thing. We're gonna chill for a couple of minutes and make sure that we let some of our family get in. But y'all know how we start the show, so let me go ahead and kick it like it's supposed to be. Here we go.
Y'all know what it is. MZ Talks Boxing.
Let me make this abundantly clear. We talk about boxing here. My opinion is winning, but if you ain't feeling the good on your boxing, yeah. This mental headshot sting. So do these body blows that I bring. You wanted the big step to the ring. Let's go to the toe to the final bell ring. MZ Talks Boxing. Yeah.
Welcome back to another episode of MZ Talks Boxing. I'm your host, MZ, and I'm joined by our brother from another mother, my friend and yours, Mr. A Toes Town, Master Rod. Glad to have you,
Hey,
Master Rod.
good evening, man. Thank you for having me, man. I appreciate it very much.
Yeah, we know we was going through some technical difficulties last week, and we just couldn't get you on the show. But
Yeah.
you were here tonight. We plan on cooking something good. Um, excuse me. As you come in, go ahead and hit the like button. Give us a thumbs up. Y'all know what it is. We finna kick back like we usually do. It's Tuesday night. It's about 8:30ish, 8:32 to be exact. We see him starting to roll on in, and that's always a good thing. We're gonna talk a little bit about boxing. We're gonna talk a little bit about the NFL. Hey, we're gonna even talk about some things that's going on. What's going on, Hyphy? What topics are y'all gonna be lying about tonight?
Mm-hmm.
That boy Hyphy something else. Well, if you must know, like I said, we're gonna be talking about some boxing, we're gonna be talking about some football, and we're just gonna be keeping it real. As always, we're gonna sit back, we're gonna jam a little bit of music. So if you got your drink, pour up. If you got something to roll up, y'all know how I go. Y'all know what we do. Put your feet up, kick back and relax, and let's go ahead and enjoy the night. So, what you got, Master Rod? How things been going with you? Seeing that you got everything back up and running.
Oh man, it's wonderful, man, and I'm happy that I got everything going now. So, hopefully, we go without a hitch.
Okay, we're gonna be going. We're gonna do it like it's supposed to be done.
Yeah,
So, just to be touching on the basic knowledge, the Super Bowl is right around the corner, and that being spoken on.
yeah.
The Janet Jackson situation from a few years back is starting to be back up on people's lips and stuff. I don't know why. Maybe it's because Justin Timberlake is going to be at the Super Bowl. I don't know. I know who's not
Mm-hmm.
going to be there, and that would be Janet Jackson. And
Right.
there's a lot of people that feels a certain way about that. But Janet Jackson, she's pretty much like taking the heat. Like, she told Justin not to say anything about it and stuff like that. And that's why she been taking all the heat because we all know they did the little routine and he snatched the thing off of over her boobie and made
Yeah,
her boobie show.
yeah,
And the white people was like, oh my goodness, from the NFL it is. I ain't saying the white people. I'm just saying the boys club at the NFL made it
yeah.
like it was just, and there's a lot of Americans that tried to blame it on her. And yeah, she pretty much saying that she told Justin Timberlake to be quiet. Before you cook on it, I'm gonna go ahead and say, what's up to Maestro? He say, salute, fellas, salute back at you. We
All
got
right,
Gil
man.
Coles in the house. Gil Coles say, salute MZ and Master Rod.
Yeah,
The
we
return, the return of the
the
former
return.
unified welterweight BA superstar boxer Keith one time Thurman this Saturday
Mm-hmm.
night. That's coming in from Gil Coles. And Gil Coles, the write up that you gave me that blue blood feel because blue blood is the only one to say superstar. And all that kind of stuff on top of it. But yes, we plan on touching on Keith Thurman and Mario Barrios tonight. Um, just one of the small things because Keith Thurman and Mario Barrios is fighting this Saturday coming up on Fox pay-per-view, and also making a return to the ring, I believe, after being knocked out by Tank Davis is Leo Santa Cruz, and he's fighting Keenan Kamanal. I'm not sure how to say the guy's name. I'm just calling him Keenan and leave it at that. But yeah, they'll be fighting February 5th on Fox pay-per-view. So we got to talk about that because that's Gil Cole's guy. Keith, one time Thurman is Gil Cole's guy, so we got to go ahead and let it be known that Keith one time will be fighting tonight. So with that being said, we finna get things rolling, get things cooking real good, and enjoy ourselves. You know how we do. We're gonna keep the party rolling from last week. Last week was Warzone's night. Warzone made it 1,000 subscribers and counting, Master Rod. And we celebrated for Warzone. New thing that we got going over here. Over here at Musically Zone Talk Boxing, we're gonna make sure to always give some representation to our family, our loved ones, those that we met on here that's giving us no reason to think that they cool. No reason to think that they're not. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, I'm gonna wait for a few more people to start falling in before we start breaking open the bottles about Keith Thurman and Mario Barrios, which I would suspect it to be a good fight. Keith has been out the ring for a while. Marios is moving up, coming up from a loss. I've been made aware that this is not his first time fighting at 147, that he has fought there again. I haven't seen the fight, so I'm I'm not for sure, but I'm pretty the source that I got that information from, I'm pretty comfortable with repeating it because they're pretty much on point when they come down to giving me some information. So yeah. And like I said, I got a story about a cop that was real racist, being racist to a Middle Eastern guy and calling him a foreigner and Al Qaeda and all kind of stuff. Even tried to do the dude's what's the word? Accent. Tried to mock accent the guy. Terrible. But yeah, it's a thing. It's a thing to laugh at because it's funny. It's funny. That boy Maestro say Keith better take care of his business. Well, I'm pretty sure that he's gonna come out there because El Azteca, that's Mario Barrios for those that don't know. El Azteca say that Keith Thurman don't know what he getting into. All I can say is we're gonna find out this Saturday. That's right, this Saturday. So
This Saturday.
That's right. It's gonna go down. It's so much stuff to touch on, man. And I'm like a kid in the candy store in the way I want to do it, but I don't want to hit overdrive and people be like, what the hell is MZ talking about? Well, let me let y'all know what I'm talking about so y'all don't have to ask. I'm talking about football. I'm talking about boxing. I'm talking about some little bullshit things that just get up under my skin when it comes to what dumb people do out in the regular world. But other than that, you know what I'm saying? I got a bottle of Stella Rosa Master Rod. You know how I do. You know how I do on Tuesday night. I get that bottle of Stella Rosa. Tonight I'm on that black. I'm on that Stella Rosa black. I got me some good roll up ×2. I got me some edibles, which I just ate me a chocolate cookie. It's not really the best tasting thing in the world, but it does its job. I bet you thought I was going to say delicious. But I pulled a stunt on you, bust a U-turn, and left him out there. But I'm still here. I'm still doing that strawberry slush that I was telling you about. That sativa, baby. I'm doing it. I'm doing it. Great. So with all that being said, I'm seeing the salutes and everything going out to everybody and everybody doing their thing. I'm glad everybody's getting along because getting along is something that we all need to do. You feel me?
That's right.
We got Trey X following in the house. Salute Trey X.
Show, man. What's up, Trey X, man?
There you go. Hit him up and let him know. Welcome to the show. So, hey, I know Trey X been watching that football, so we're gonna talk about how the Rams. That's right. It's Los Angeles, right? The Los Angeles Rams have stepped their way into the Super Bowl, and on top of that, the Bengals, who haven't been to the Super Bowl since 1988, with I believe it was with Icky Woods, the Super Bowl shuffle. Sadly, they lost in '88. They did not become the champions, but they have a strong chance to maybe become champions this year. They really surprised Kansas City. They were poised when they played and everything. It was beautiful. So we'll see how it goes when it all comes down to it. I want to ask my brothers and my sisters out there, who you got when it comes to the Super Bowl? The Rams or the Bengals? Everybody coming in. Chris Rena, what's up, man? Salute to you, man. Good to have you through.
Yeah,
Everybody coming through, man. Do me a favor and hit the thumbs up. You tell the Master Rod. Thank you for coming through. Thank you for coming through. Thank you for coming through. You did you watch any football this weekend?
I watched football this weekend, man. I got a chance to watch the LA against the Kansas City, right?
Okay, so you watched the Kansas City. Kansas City played against the Bengals.
Yeah.
They played the Bengals. LA played against oh my gosh. LA played against the 49ers.
Yeah.
So honestly, man, both games was like everybody had been saying that they had played such well football in the past weekend, and I was invited to go watch some games, so I went and checked it out, and I was kind of impressed. I can actually say that I walked away from the games that I watched feeling good about it. I was like, man, I watched some good football. Trey X said, I've been killing the football picks in the playoffs. Yeah, I hear you, X. I can't say that I've been making no picks because I just don't feel like I'm just versed enough in football right now. Ever since everything went down with Kaepernick, I just didn't let go of my pettiness, and I just haven't been watching no football. Gil Cole says, I was happy to see that those Chiefs lose. Oh, wow. That's a surprise one to me. He's the first person.
He said, I'm glad.
He was the first. Wait a minute. There goes somebody saying, me too, Gil Coles. Okay, so my show was like, he was glad to see him lose too. That was something I didn't know, I didn't know that Maestro even liked it. I thought he was all right with the Chiefs. Nah, no, I guess he ain't all right with the Chiefs. My bad. But they went out there and got surprised, man. They went out there and jumped to that big lead, and then the announcers was talking and stuff, and I was like, damn, they being pretty disrespectful, seeing that it's just the second half. And then, my brother Big E told me, he said, bro, the Bengals, I got you, Trey. The Bengals, they gonna play hard all the way through the game. So I was like, oh yeah. So I'm gonna keep checking them out. The dude Mahomes, right? That's his name, Matthew Mahomes, the quarterback for the Chiefs. He, when he threw that interception, which he should have just let it be a short memory and keep it moving. But when he threw that interception, his whole game just fell apart because nobody expected that lineman to jump up in the air and tip the ball to himself and get an interception. Nobody saw that coming. But
nobody saw it.
He didn't seem to get over that one small situation, and after that, his game just fell apart. What's going on? Derek Bailey in the house. Must give salutes to our brother Derek Bailey for stopping through. We're going to be talking all about boxing tonight, baby. We're going to get our boxing conversation in. But we also got to get our conversation in about this football that has been just so well played this week. That Debo guy for the 49ers, I finally got a chance to lay my eyes on him. Hell of a football player, man. Hell of a football player. And when he got hurt, I was like, man, that's messed up. But he came back out there. So I can feel, I seen him shedding some tears over on the sideline, and I can feel his pain and everything, because that guy seemed to be playing as hard as he most possibly could. He was, and then when my buddy was telling me while I was over at his house, he was like, man, this guy gets out there and he does it. He does whatever they want him to do. He go across the middle. He run the ball. He does it all. And with all that being said, I'm like, okay, so I actually got a chance to sing. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, introducing the champ from the Champ Ross Football League. They're making their picks. We got the champ, the reigning champion, holding it down. Trey X in the house. What's up, Trey X?
The reigning and defending champion, man. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we hear you not loud and clear. Reigning and defending champion.
Let's go, brother.
I'm trying to get myself set up real quick, man, because I had to get some more headphones. So give me a second and I'll be on. Hold on.
Okay.
Right.
Okay, big bro say Bengals, baby. Okay, I can understand the Bengals. Okay, we got Derry Big. I'm trying to go through the everybody saying salute and having a good conversation. Saluting everybody.
You know what? We go see, man, come the day of Super Bowl, man. I'm telling you. Because I'm definitely gonna be watching the Super Bowl that day. Yeah.
You know what? I can honestly say that I will watch the Super Bowl this time. I'm going to watch it just to see what happens. I'm gonna check it out. Gil Cole said, I don't have a dog in the race, just hoping to see a good game. Me too, Gil Cole. I don't have a dog in the race either. I just want to see a good game. But I can say if I had to pick between LA and the Bengals, I would be partial to the Bengals because they've been waiting for so long, and LA has dominated. We've seen them win Super Bowls with Marshall Faulk. Didn't he play for the Rams?
Yeah.
So
greatest show on turf.
Greatest show on turf. We saw them win, so I would be kind of leaning toward the Bengals if I had to really try to have a pick of a dog in the fight. So that's what I'm saying with that.
The Bengals gonna get the brakes beat off of them in the Super Bowl, but the Bengals is one of my favorite squads, man. Cause I used to run through people on that Madden 06 with them Bengals with Chad Johnson and Chris Henry, Chris Perry, Rudy Johnson, Carson Palmer, Delta O'Neal, all them cats.
Boy, he named the whole squad. He know those boys.
Yeah, TJ Who's Manzala, that was my squad. You know what I'm saying? And I gave them a chance to go. Matter of fact, I picked them to go beat the Titans because I felt like Tannehill wasn't going to be strong enough to carry the team without Derrick Henry being 100%. So then I was wrong because I picked the Bills to go beat the Chiefs, and I was wrong about that. But they should have won that game. They was up with 13 seconds left to go in the fucking game, and they let Patrick Mahomes get a back shoulder throw and get him in the field goal range. You know what I'm saying? So, but look, that game was very stressful on the Chiefs, man, because that was like a lot of emotion that they had to go through to come back with only 13 seconds down. Matter of fact, they was down. I can't remember exactly how it went, but I know.
Which game you talking about? The one they just lost?
I'm talking about the Bills and the Chiefs. So look, so that game took a lot of emotion out of them. It took some steam out of them. So when they had the Bengals coming into town, I said them Bengals gonna go down there and beat them boys. Because the Chiefs, they done just lost too much emotion going against the Bills. The Bills softened them up for the Bengals. So that's what it was. And then with the Rams, I picked the Rams to win the Super Bowl before the season started. So that's my Super Bowl pick.
I got to ask you to hold on for 1 second, champ. 1 second. Oh, wait a minute. He disappeared. He disappeared on me. I was about to introduce my brother Maestro, but he pulled out. And Trey, you was doing some good cooking, but what I'm going to say is I wouldn't quite look at the Rams just beating the Bengals down because they stayed quite poised during the whole time that they was losing, and the Rams didn't look that great in this fight in this game that they just played. They really looked like they had to fight to get that win. It didn't just come to them, seeing that they got so many great athletes on their team.
Let me educate you. Let me educate you on. Oh, go ahead.
I was going to say, ladies and gentlemen, introducing Maestro, my friend and yours, my brother, my big brother, one of the best producers I have ever met in my life. What's going on, big bro?
What's up? I come on here because I hear Trey running his mouth talking about the Bengals gonna get whooped. So I ain't gonna check that.
Well, no, hold on. But if you listen to what I said though, the Bengals is one of my favorite squads, bro. I'm just looking at this shit.
I hear you. I'm just talking that shit too. You know what I mean?
But peep game though. The NFC is stronger than the AFC right now. Pecos Bill MZ was just talking about how the Rams struggle with the San Francisco 49ers. If y'all remember, I told y'all that San Francisco was gonna go down there and beat Green Bay, and folks thought I was tripping on that.
And that's my squad. And that's my squad.
But listen though, San Francisco is grimy, man. They tough, they run the ball, they play defense, they physical. So it's not no surprise to see a team like the Rams go struggle against them. When it comes to teams that's hitting hard like that and running the ball, I don't bet against them. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not tripping on the Rams struggling against them. And look, the Bengals before the season, I think they was like 200-1 odds to win the Super Bowl. They ain't even supposed to be.
They was, but
let me finish real quick. I'm gonna give it to. I'm gonna give it right back to you. They're overachieving team. They're not supposed to be here. In the history of the league, ain't no first round, ain't no number one quarterback ever got their team to the Super Bowl. This team right here done been the underdog in every single game that they done been in, and this is a bad matchup for them. They give up. I think they gave up the second most sacks all year, and they got Aaron Donald and Von Miller and all them boys, Leonard Floyd coming into town. This is the toughest roster in the league when it comes to the Rams on both sides of the football. They got a good front seven. They got Jalen Ramsey and them boys in the secondary. The offense is off the chain. You got the quarterback. You got Odell. You got Cooper Kupp. You got Sony Michel. All of that, man. You know what I'm saying? So I just feel like it's a bad matchup for them people. And plus, I feel like it's something to be said about teams paying their dues. And I feel like Cincinnati, they're a good team, but they got to pay their dues. And I feel like LA has paid their dues. They got players on their team that have been going through the fire for a long time. And I just feel like it's their time.
Well, I feel you on that, but KC had more stars than just like the Rams did. I told bro, I said, bro, the Rams and sat up here and stacked up their squad. They better get to the Super Bowl, but you can't count the Bengals out because they beat KC, and KC had the best quarterback. He better than the Rams quarterback. He had the best receivers. They got the best tight end. They took care of their business.
Oh, gee, you only talking about one side of the ball, though.
No, that's what you was talking about at first. But I'm just saying, period. I don't care about the out. They can't. Okay. Ramsey gonna hold Chase.
No, go back to Kansas City. Kansas City, they are not physical. They are a fly around and score a bunch of points and take pictures.
It just don't matter about that.
It don't matter.
It don't matter about that. See, that's where you don't know. See, it don't matter about that if you don't. If so they got Nixon running that motherfucking ball. So you didn't see them play the Packers at the beginning of the year?
I'm talking about defense. See, one thing about me, I always look at defense first. The reason that I picked the Rams,
I'm a defensive coach.
Okay, I respect that.
So that's what I do.
I bet on football. I've been betting on football for a long time, and I'm gonna tell you right now, I got a winning record. And every single year when we get to these playoffs, I call these games. This is what I do. I guarantee you the Rams are gonna beat them, boy.
So let's bet.
I'm gonna make it light on myself. Let's bet 20, OG.
Wait.
I said I'm gonna make it light on myself. Let's bet 20, OG.
Let's bet 20.
Okay, we bet 20 then. I know
20
you
what? Push-ups, 20 special appearances on the Musically Zone Talks boxing show.
Yeah. $20, man. I'm putting it on the cash out real quick.
Put it on the cash out. That's what I'm talking about. Put it on the cash out.
Straight on the cash out.
And one more thing. If I win, put a face on it. We want to see your face.
Nah, I ain't doing all that. You gonna take that anyway, so you ain't even got to worry about it. You about to hold the L, OG. You ain't got no chance.
Oh man,
put a face on it, man. Put a face on it, man.
Put a face on it.
You confident? Put a face on it.
They ain't got nothing to do with it because I could tell you the same thing, but I ain't interested in seeing your face.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I just want the 20.
I'm just talking. I just
want the 20.
I'm just talking. I got them Bengals. I got a family member on that squad. He played defense, and I know that the defense ready. The defense is ready. So all that what defense is better, we're gonna see because they in the Super Bowl. They beat the Titans with their defense. They didn't beat the Titans with nothing else.
Yeah, but the Titans got an inept quarterback, and they got
The Titans got a running. The Titans had two crazy running backs.
A running back coming off an injury.
It didn't matter. That other boy was crazy. That boy was crazy. I'm talking about 7. The other one. That boy was running the fuck out that ball, man.
Hey man, Matthew Tannehill. I ain't even like him when he was at Texas A&M. I didn't even think he was a first round pick. So I
ain't never respect Tannehill. I can hear you on that. I don't care about fucking Tannehill. I respect Mahomes though.
I mean, Mahomes straight, man. I just feel like Mahomes went to the perfect situation. He went to a team that was already making the playoffs. You got Andy Reid, one of the greatest offensive minds of all time. You got weapons all over the place. I mean, goddamn, he went to a great situation. So I like him, but at the same time,
the Rams quarterback went to a great situation too.
Yeah, but that's after he done already paid his dues. You know what I'm saying? He done already been playing off in Detroit. He went number 1 out of Georgia. When you go number 1, you don't go to a playoff team. You go to the worst team. Patrick Mahomes didn't go number 1. He went to a ready-made team already.
So Burrow was number 1, right?
Exactly, number 1. And
that's he went to a sorry team, right?
He did, and that's why I said
but it took Matthew to go to another team to get there, right?
I mean, but you also got to look at general managers and stuff like that too, because the Bengals did a great job putting this team together once they drafted Joe Barrow. The Detroit Lions been terrible when it comes to getting draft picks and all that kind of stuff. Only thing they got was Chad Johnson. I mean, what's Megatron? They got Megatron and a few more picks, but Matthew Stafford didn't have much to work with out there in Detroit. But right here in with the Bengals, he got Jamar Chase, and like he said, he got Mixon out of Oklahoma. He got weapons over there. That's why I actually picked him to beat Tennessee. You know what I'm saying?
Man, y'all done went so deep into the football.
Did you pick them to beat KC?
Yes, because that's what I said. If you would listen to what I'm saying, I picked them over KC because the Bills softened KC up. They took them boys late into the game with an emotional type.
So when the score was 21-3, you didn't say the game was over.
I mean, that's
because you know the Bengals don't have no defense.
Okay, but listen. The Bengals played them already this year, and they got down big the first time, and they came back.
I told bro what was gonna happen.
But I'm just saying that already happened though. And matter of fact, they went into halftime down by 11, and that's the exact same number of points they went down with the first time they played.
I know that.
Yeah, so I knew that they had action that coming back, beating on people, and plus Kansas City does not have the defense to hold the lead. See, that's part of the game, man. You have to look at both sides of the football. In Kansas City, I bet you can't even name 4 people off their defense.
Ooh.
Can you name 4 people off Kansas City defense?
We got a challenge.
Honey Badger. Let me think. The cold ass linebacker 50. What's his man? I got noise in the background. Hold on.
Somebody, hey, we need a Jeopardy background. Doom, 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 doom,
Hey, say OG. I've been killing people for years with that shit, man. I remember when people were arguing me down.
Okay, Jesse Banks, Trey Henderson,
Jesse Banks.
I remember when the Denver Broncos was gonna play the Seahawks, and everybody argued me down that Peyton Manning was gonna win with them Broncos, and I had them Seahawks playing defense, Legion of Boom, running the ball.
All them boys, I know all them receivers. Cornerbacks and shit.
Eli Apple ain't worth a fuck.
Yeah, he's sucking too. Yeah, he sucked. But you asked me to name 5. I named 5.
Yeah, it went on. It sounded like you might have went and Googled that real quick, but it took you a little time.
I was trying to tell my background to be quiet. That's what I was doing.
Hey, but you ain't named no good players. Hey,
I didn't name Honey Badger first.
Oh, I said except for Honey Badger.
That's his real name?
No. You're talking about Tyrod. Yeah, LSU.
Yeah. Y'all got to help me out. Remember, I ain't been watching football it's been a while. So, like I said, so hey, the conversation is in y'all hands. But I just want to read Bruce Gold's. Appreciate you from stopping through Bruce Gold's Boxing, Jazz, and more. We got Derek Bailey in the house. I think I hear him up. Real recognize Real. What's going on? He said, Houston, Texas in here. We fucking with Cincinnati. Win, lose, and draw. Well.
I seen Gil Cole say he went down in them numbers too.
Who went down in the number?
Gil Cole say he went down. He was second last week. He said he done went down to 7th or something. I saw it in the chat.
I can't even talk shit. I'm so down on the charts, man. They've been having us picking up African fights and shit.
I was just about to ask you, champ. I was just about to say, where you at?
I'm in the same position that I was last week. I'm 6 points out of 6th place. So I still got action to, you know what I'm saying, to make a move. But hey, I'm gonna tell you right now though, this week right here is what is more like what I'm used to, because we got name brand fights, we got good fighters going against each other. I'm not picking somebody that's 17-7 going against somebody that's 9-3 and all that kind of shit. We got some real shit going on right now, so I'm about to make a move on the boys.
Okay, I hear you. That's championship talk right there. That's championship talk. Yeah. I'm gonna give everybody a chance to go ahead and pour up something, roll up something, spark it up. Master Rod, you know what you do, man. Go ahead and do what you do. I already got you. You can just go ahead and hit it, man. That's all I'm saying.
Right there. Well, yeah.
We recognize real say.
We go harder than concrete. Me and my body get smoked out. Ice chest full of beer. Cheers, this the dirty south. Fuck, being down and out. We in this bitch trying to stay alive. Peace to you, my nigga. I see you trying to get your money 3 7 for life. And I fuck with it. You better show your fans straight. You don't break a beat. Standing up. All teams, all teams, it's on again. Same day, same shit. All across the place, no matter where you live. Hold it down. Shout out to Carl, Southwest side. We go harder than concrete. Me and my body get smoked out. Ice chest full of beer. Cheers, this the dirty south. Fuck, being down and out. We in this bitch trying to stay alive. Peace to you, my nigga. I see you trying to get your money 3 7 for life. And I fuck with it. You better show your fans straight. You don't break a beat. Standing up on all teams. All teams, it's on again. Same day, same shit. All across the place, no matter where you live. Hold it down. Shout out to Carl, Southwest side. Make your time straight all day. All day, all day, get your money and it can't wait. All day, all day, all day, where it's real and it's no fakes. All day, real shit. All day, trying to stay out the way. All day, all day, making sure that the fam straight. All day, all day, get your money and it can't wait. All day, all day, where it's real and it's no fakes. All day, real shit. All day, trying to stay out the way. All day, all day,
making sure my family's straight. Doing what I do, keep doing my beats, making sure my family eats, saying little prayers. I'm glad I got to know ya. I'll be here to the end. I'm the only master ride.
Making sure that the fam straight all day, all day, all day. Get your money and it can't wait. All day, all day, all day. Where it's real and it's no fakes. All day, real shit. All day, trying to stay out the way. All day, all day, all day. Making sure that the fam straight all day, all day, all day. Get your money and it can't wait. All day, all day, all day. Where it's real and it's no fakes. All day, real nigga, real shit. All day, trying to stay out the way. All day, all day, all day.
I pray my kinfolk and I don't sleep. They can't eat, they can't eat, and I don't sleep. I make way for my kinfolk. Guard dog up all night, making sure everybody sleep tight. Checking the perimeter with that thing on me, making sure that it's alright. I never leave my post alone, even if it means posting alone. I ain't talking about call, I'm talking about literally leaving my post alone. Some people live under the pressure. Oh no, not Z. I'm gonna make sure that my family always equal up to me.
Making sure that the fam straight all day, all day, all day. Get your money and it can't wait. All day, all day, all day. Where it's real and it's no fakes. All day, real day, real shit all day. Trying to stay out the way all day, all day, all day. Making sure that the fam straight all day, all day, all day. Get your money and it can't wait all day, all day, all day. What's real and there's no fakes all day. Real nigga, real shit all day. Trying to stay out the way all day, all day, all day. I got that retired get money, so the fam is good. Bought a home out in the country, moved us out of the hood. When circumstances were bad, we converted to good. Every time they said I couldn't, I showed them I could. These haters plotting my downfall, I'm wishing you would. You 10 steps ahead of you, you back where I stood. Nigga, you should understand this boy don't play. Regardless of what you say, we bring that heat all day. Echo.
Man, we back just like that. And I was getting a good education on what's going on with football from the champ that's representing Champ Ross Trey X that represents Marlowe's Corner and Big Brother Maestro. They was taking me down the road in the NFL that I quite hadn't seen in some years. But what I can say is I enjoyed watching the games that I did watch, and I am going to watch the Super Bowl. That is no doubt. I'm going to watch the Super Bowl, and I'll be leaning toward the Bengals. Now I heard your argument, Trey X, about the Rams and everything, but I'm just gonna lean for the Bengals because the Rams won already, and the Bengals haven't won hasn't been in the Super Bowl since '88, and I don't even know if they have a championship. I don't think they do though.
Hey, OG,
Yeah.
if they win, I won't be mad because, like I told you, I like the Bengals.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you did say that.
Yeah, but one of the things though, the game of football is won at the line of scrimmage. And the Bengals cannot block the Rams, bro. They can't block Aaron Donald and Von Miller and Leonard Floyd, bro. They cannot block them people, man. So we gonna see.
Yeah, we gonna see.
They can block anybody.
There it is.
Matter of fact,
They can block anybody. It's a scheme for everything.
Well, hold on, it's a scheme. Why did Barrows get sacked 9 times against Kansas City? If it's a scheme, why didn't they scheme him out of getting sacked 9 times?
Why they in the Super Bowl?
Got sacked 9 times though, OG.
They in the Super Bowl.
That's respectable, but at the same
That's
time,
right. That's all that matters. That's like you say. It's don't nothing matter unless you win, Trey. You win, period. You got to win. It don't matter. The defense won the game. And you say they don't even have defense. They changed it up.
I didn't even say that. Don't put words in my mouth. I don't like when people do that. I never said that they didn't have defense. That never came out of my mouth. But
you didn't say they didn't suck. The defense.
I said Kansas City defense. So you got to keep up with me, OG. I was telling you that Kansas City defense sucks. But
you told me I couldn't name 4 dudes on that weak ass defense.
Off of Kansas City. That's why you said Honey Badger.
You're right.
Yeah, exactly.
I thought we would name. I thought you told me to name the Bengals defense. That's who I was naming.
Oh, no, you said Honey Badger. Do the Honey
Badger. Didn't I name that old weak ass cornerback for the goddamn?
The first name you said was Honey Badger.
You sure right.
He plays for Kansas City.
You're right about that. But then I start mixing them hoes up, naming Bengals and shit and everything else.
I'm confused. You got me looking like Charlie Brown trying to kick the football right now.
I sure did. I named every damn body. I named 6 people.
Let me help protect. Let me protect the champ right now. Look out!
No, I don't need no protection.
You gonna put that 20 on that line? I know that.
Hey, one thing about me, OG, I always pay my debts, but I'm gonna come looking for mine if I win too. Now
it's on the way. It's on the way. Hey, my son go for the Rams. I'll be arguing this bitch with him. So I'm at home with this right here. My son is a Ramsey fan. He a Ramsey fan. So
I like him too.
I do too, though. I respect Ramsey. I respect Ramsey, man. I do. I like Odell. I love Odell. I don't know why. I love Odell. He just played that game, man.
See, I was gonna say earlier that Odell, he actually got roots where I come from in Central Texas. He went to a family called the Sauls, you know what I'm saying? So like when they just had this game, a lot of the people from my hometown, they went out to go support him in LA in this game, you know what I'm saying? Because they related to him. Matter of fact, my little cousin used to go hang out with him in New York and shit when he played for the Giants. You know what I'm saying? So that's it's like 1% sentimental value for me that, you know, somebody that's kind of partially homegrown a little bit, even though he really not from this area. His family come from this area. You know, it kind of get a little sentimental value to it that I do want to see the motherfucker do well. You know what I'm saying?
I feel you.
Hey, let me interrupt real quick. Social scientists say he might try to catch the halftime show. If I'm correct, isn't that going to be with Dr. Dre, Mary J. Blige, them on the halftime show?
I'd be surprised. They normally have somebody whack up there.
No, they have Dre on there. It's Dre. It's Dre.
Okay.
Man.
I thought
It's
I saw,
man.
and I want to let everybody know that Fox went on, they advertised for the Keith Thurman Mario Barrios fight too throughout football. I did notice them run some stuff like that. Social scientists say I might try to catch the halftime show. So
what's up to my boy Duquesne Deals, man? That's social scientist. Salute to you.
Okay, and Gil Cole say, stand on it, maestro. Say it with your chest.
On that 20.
I'm glad to see everybody getting along just fine tonight. Just fine. So y'all know Keith Thurman.
I'm gonna let y'all have it on the boxing, so I'm gonna just sit back and listen from here on out.
All right.
Yeah, let the master cook when it comes to that boxing, OG.
You got that, Bray. You got that. I went for you. When Gil Cole got online last week and tore you up, I almost got mad. He was like, oh, come on, Trey. That's why I was like stirring the shit up. Like, what's up, Trey? What's up? You gonna let Gil Cole and Lala D do you like that? I'm trying to get you stirred up. Gil Cole killing you and Lala talking about they pimp slap you and shit. I was like, oh man, come on, bro. Come on, Trey. You the family. Can't let the family get done like that.
Hey, he is killing me because he beat me by like 40 points right now. So I got a lot of work to do.
Let's get to work. Let's get to work. All right. Love y'all.
Oh man, love you too, bro.
Salute, OG.
Yeah. Y'all got me dying over here. My side hurt. I'm sweating. Got snot running down my nose. I spit my blood all on the floor. Oh man. Excuse me. Okay, what was
this is great.
You talking about Keith Thurman?
Yeah, Keith Thurman and Mario Barrios, Leo Santa Cruz, and oh man, I'm trying to let me catch my breath. God dang, that was funny as hell. Now I had my side split. So Keith Thurman, hold on, give me a second. Let me drink some water. Let me get myself together here.
What you on over there, OG?
Oh man, I got some.
That dope whooping his ass.
I still
right hand left hook.
Yeah, that's right. That's what's happening right now. I'm about to spit up everything. I still got that strawberry slush. That's a sativa. I got I got the last of my Gorilla Glue that just went down the line. My other strain burned up, and I got a bottle of Stella Rosa Black. It's just that y'all caught me mid-hit. And with all that funny stuff y'all started saying, and just everything went the wrong way after that. But I'm good now. I'm good. Yeah. So I know Gil Cole's excited about Keith Thurman. Keith Thurman, from all aspects of it, he's talking the right thing. He's saying the right thing. I know he got plenty of rest. And he's not a beat-up fighter. You know what I'm saying? He's not a beat-up fighter. Mario Barrios, he's saying all the same things too. You know, they just saying the right stuff. We just gonna have to see what happened when they clash this week. Will Keith Thurman? I don't know. He looked slow and a little lethargic in the first part of the fight until he shakes off all the ring rust, because he's been gone for a minute, and I have yet to see another fighter other than Mayweather just be missing for a long time and show up and still just be fluid with it.
Man, Keith Thurman, man, that's like him and Santa Cruz. They both coming off a long layoffs for these fights. They got Santa Cruz as an 18-1 favorite, and they got Keith Thurman as a 2-1 favorite. So they got more respect for Keith Thurman's opponent than they do for Santa Cruz. But Keith Thurman has not fought in 2.5 years, man. And I'm thinking about picking him. Like I'm leaning toward picking him. I even said that I feel like he'll beat the hell out of him. But at the same time, when I just think about a man coming off a 2.5 year layoff, like man, it's just hard to get behind that 100%. And one more thing, last weekend we had Sebastian Fundora. He fought this guy. His name was Antonio Todd or something like that. He was 12-5. Everybody expected Sebastian, not Sebastian Fundora. I can't. What's the name of that skinny dude that Charlo knocked out when he got the 160?
The skinny dude, yeah.
Yeah, he a skinny Mexican. He knocked out a lean with the left hook.
Hugo Centennial Jr.
There we go. Appreciate that shit, man. That motherfucker went out there and lost to this Antonio Todd dude. I think that's his name. He was 12-5. And the Todd dude, he was real active. Like in 2021, he had like 4 or 5 fights. And this Hugo Centennial Jr., he ain't been active. And he went out there and lost to this dude, man. And everybody and their mama picked Hugo Centennial to win this fight. And his inactivity cost him the fight. So I'm just kind of worried for Keith Thurman going into this fight. He didn't look that good coming off a layoff going against Riverside Rocky. You know what I'm saying? So I'm probably going to pick him, but I don't feel good about it. I'm sweating
it. So you saying you're going to pick Keith Thurman?
I'm leaning towards it, but I'm sweating the pick though, man.
Okay, I can see why that 2.5. And what's up, social scientists? Glad to have you stop through, man.
Salute, bro.
What's happening, man?
What's going on with you?
Just good to be up in the spot once again.
Hey, it's good to have you here. Also, what's up to King of King Boxers? Y'all almost got me again. I know I'm going to keep it straight this week. Said Gil Cole told me that Thurman can never lose again. So, what you think, Social? You think what you think about the fight? How you looking at? How do you feel it might break down?
I think Keith Thurman will come out there a new man because he just got his ass whooped for the first time by Pacquiao, so he might come out there like he got something to prove. So that's what I'm betting on. If it was me, that's what I would do. So I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt.
Right. I can see him. I can see Keith doing that because he would want to prove to the world that, hey, I'm still Keith one time, and that little hiccup don't mean anything. And with Mario Barrios, it's kind of hard to read him because ever since X made me realize that he started boxing because of his sister, that drive and determination might not be there. And I don't want to look at that dude like that because I'm listening to him and seeing that I stay in the same city as he does. I would like to think that San Antonio is surrounded by a little more heart than that.
So what you mean he started boxing because of his sister? What's the deal with his sister?
Well,
his sister fights.
Yeah, his sister is a fighter, and she's the one that wanted to go to the gym. So he basically just tagged along with her. His mother,
hell.
his mother put him in the gym with her, and he didn't even like boxing at first. But as time went on, he said he fell in love with the sport. But he wasn't naturally like an aggressive type of kid like his sister was. You know what I'm saying? He was a nice kid, a respectful kid. So that's why I say what I say. And then another thing, too, the man started fighting at 122 pounds. I had said that he fought above 140, but he didn't fight fully at 147. The highest that he fought at was 143. So this fight right here would definitely be his first full welterweight fight. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
He better beat the hell out this boy.
Clarissa Shields fight this weekend? I thought she.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, she's 18
right. February is here. February, I'm tripping. Yeah, I got to see the GOAT do her thing.
She 18-1 favorite in this fight, so it looks like she got like a tune-up or something, so she can get ready for Savannah Marshall.
She fight for a belt. That's
the next fight, right? Or is it this fight?
I think this fight is for the belt.
I when I looked at box record, I saw 4 belts listed. They had 4 belts stacked up, so maybe they fighting for one of Carissa's undisputed titles or something. I ain't gonna even lie, man. I'm kind of ignorant when it comes to the female fight game, but when I looked at box record, I did see 4 belts on the line.
Man, I heard Clarissa. Go ahead, Sophie. My bad. Do you think?
I was just about to say she back at 160 because she was undisputed at 160, then she went down to 154 and became undisputed. Then she going back to 160 now to pick up them titles. So the next fight or the a fight soon after this will be the Savannah Marshall fight because I think they're
Right.
gonna fight at 160.
I heard her threatening somebody at 147, and she was like, "I can get my body down to 147, so don't y'all think I can't come and handle my business." Let me see. Waiting on their computer, but look like we finna be joined by King of Kings boxing, King of Kings. Soon as we can get him to show all the way up, but I don't think this is him because I don't see the boxing behind it. It just don't look right. So that be okay. There we go. There we go.
Hey, I just pulled up the box record and it say the best that's on the line is the WBC, WBA, WBF, IBF, and WBF titles is all on the line for this fight.
And that's everything except the WBO, which Savannah Marshall has. So when they fight, it'll be for undisputed again.
Got you.
Yeah.
What's going on, kid folk?
King, what's up, bro?
Info boxing in the house. What's up, y'all?
Nah, man.
Kinfolk boxing. King of kinfolk.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lay that one down, huh?
King of kinfolk.
Welcome to the show, man. Welcome to the show.
Hey, how y'all fellas doing, man? I'm glad to have me on, brothers. Glad to have me on.
Salute to you, bro.
Let me hear up this boy Thurman real quick, man. All right. I the sad part is, man, I don't know how to call this, man. I know he's a favorite, and Barrios just got knocked down. But, man, just being active, Barrios is kind of long. He may be smaller, but I think if he fights smart, maybe kind of keep away, he might be able to put some work in there. But I don't see Thurman losing the fight. I think it's an embarrassment if he doesn't stop this dude. This is sad.
I agree.
So you think he has to stop him?
Yeah, you got to stop Barrios, man. I'm sorry, man. There's no way in the world this guy who come up from 140, even with you sitting on the shelf, they say power is the last thing to go. And, one time got his name from trying to throw early, then fade in and trying to box. But there is no reason that he should be trying to box and be on the back foot against this guy. And I don't mean that he has to just come forward, but he should be standing his ground, just throwing punches, man. And he needs to stop this dude. If he lets Barrios make it through the fight, and you got to hear about Little Tank knocking this dude out, and maybe Tank has more power at that weight or whatever you want to say to it, but there is no excuse for you to draw a dude up that. I'm sorry. Coming off a knockout, the chin should be soft. He's smaller. He's kind of tall and lanky, man. You need to go get him. If you box this dude, if you win some fight and the score is 7-5 or 8-4 or some bullshit like that, man, you better been hitting him so hard and just somehow he just stays on his feet. But I want to see Barrios' head slinging I want Ricky Hatton style all over the place.
I feel you,
Tank
bro,
ain't gonna never stop talking shit to that man if he don't stop him.
But it's hard to take a fighter by knockout coming off a layoff like that because he's not going to be sharp. You know what I'm saying? So I expect this to go the distance. And when I looked at the odds, the favorite is that the fight go the distance. I saw minus 175 that it go the distance. And I saw, I think, plus 125 that it ends by knockout. So the odds
it's going to go the distance. That's the sad part about it. But it's like even a layoff, whatever you've been doing, Keith Thurman, man, you better get some live action before this. I mean, it's just, I don't care, man. If he lets this dude get through the fight, I don't give a shit if he had a 4-year layoff. You better come in there and do something, man, because there ain't no way in the world. It's his fault for picking this type of opponent. You pick an opponent that you have no choice but to be embarrassed to fight it. So layoff, whatever, you better go take care of business or get slept. I mean, that's the only choice. I don't think Barrios can hurt him. You better just go in there and just be throwing full power. He might get tired of wearing, but damn, at least look like you try to knock the dude out. It better be 12-0. No, excuse me, 11-1. You got to give him a comparative round. 11-1.
Well, just domination. However it go, he needs to dominate.
Exactly, sir.
Well, you heard it there from King of Kings. If he don't go out there and put Mario's out of there, then it's gonna be a win because it's going his record. But I can see where he can get a lot of slack from that, a lot of blowback, a lot of Earl Spence fans, a lot of Terrence Crawford fans, a lot of Tank fans. They gonna dump on him if he don't go out there and handle Mario Barrios in some kind of super fashion. So yeah, I can agree with you when you say it like that and you break it down like that. Anybody else?
I agree with King of Kinfolk, man.
Yeah.
He got to stop him. And they was talking about a little Tank versus Thurman fight. Oh man, you can't let Tank stop this man, and you don't. And you
Yeah.
fight at this weight, man. Come on.
I know, but at the same time, though, Barrios was outgrowing 140, so he was weak at that weight class. I think that's why Tank wanted to fight him, because it was a good opportunity to go get a knockout over a minor champion that's outgrowing the division. Because he been saying he wanted to go to 147, so I think this is a little bit different.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I didn't
But
know that.
we soon to find out in a couple of days. What's today? The first? In 4 days, we'll know. The world will tell us everything we need to know. But yeah, I'm finding it
This
hard
time
for me
next
to.
Tuesday, we all find out, won't we?
By this time next Tuesday, we'll know for sure. If you don't know, something wrong.
Yeah.
Shit, we done seen some replays by then. We watched the fight 2 or 3 times.
There it is. Let's tell the truth about it.
Let's tell the
So let's say Clarissa has a good fight this weekend. The other girl is a brawler type. Okay, that's for King of Kings boxing. Let us know. I didn't even see that. Okay, I'm glad I seen it now.
Box Rec only gave the girl 2 stars though.
Yeah, look, man. I saw. I did some research to try to see what she a typical like. I would say like Christy Martin type white girl fighter. But she keeps her hands up and she's busy. I mean, she's probably gonna get stopped, but it's gonna be a good scrap for Clarissa coming. Clarissa likes challenges, man.
Right.
What I'm saying, when I seen her fight the old girl Gabrielle, whatever her name was, that was a good
Anna
fight because she had comp in that fight. So a girl with some spirit is gonna come in, kind of throw blows. She's a little, I think she's one like Irish or something. I don't know, one of them damn European countries, but I want to say German, excuse me. So she goes in there and mixes it up a little bit. She probably gonna stop her, but it'll be a nice little scrap and a little highlight knockout for her. So that's why I'm saying it's gonna be a good matchup because I want to see Clarissa go up there and beat up on somebody because, she don't get the respect she should get. So she won a few people, regardless if you want to say girl, guy, she'll fight anybody. She'll do whatever it takes. She was actually weight drained for some of them fights she had. So, I mean, it is what it is. But, yeah, so I'm looking forward to her coming into the ring and putting in some work.
What I'm excited to see if this training that she's been doing to throw the punches more correctly and more steadily to hit harder.
Right.
Because she's really going for some knockouts. This girl really wants to start earning some knockouts. And
she really does.
And I, for one, I want to see her do it. So I'm excited to see her get in the ring with these gloves on, coming back from MMA to see if she got it yet. Because I want to see her start dropping some of these women.
But you know what? Keep it a buck, man. If you know it's women boxing, it's hard to knock out women, man. I mean, you ain't never really seen a woman to just be KOing other chicks. Like it just, I don't know, man. I don't know, man.
Marshall.
I guess. I mean, whatever.
Amanda Serrano, but it be them 2 minute rounds. The main, I think, though.
The 2 minute rounds might be causing them to not earn the knockouts that we want to see.
Hey, on the channel Ross, when I see 2 women fighting each other, I automatically pick majority decision or whatever decision.
Yep, exactly.
And I'm right damn near every time. I think out of all the times I've done that, it's only been like 1 or 2 times that the woman got a knockout. This shit does not happen very often.
Yeah, when you got 4 rounds, 2 minute rounds, or even 6. I mean, it's not. Like I said, the old girl I've seen then, she was, there was some brawling in there, but it's like I said, it's just. It don't happen that often. You don't just have a girl that's KOing people. Even in MMA, there's a few that are like that. But
and then at the same time, the championship fights are only 10 rounds.
Yeah.
And think about how many knockouts we get in the championship rounds in men's boxing, or the knockouts that we get because a motherfucker they done burnt themselves out or some shit. Going into you know what I'm saying? So we don't get them situations in the women, man. They pretty much be fresh. They fighting 2 minute rounds, 2 minutes, 10 round fights, and at the same time, the women are better than they used to be. So they fighting at a high level. Like I always bring up the point that Carissa Shields, she fought what's the girl that got the damn wig thing knocked off her head?
Franchon Cruz.
Sunshine Cruz.
She fought her in her first fight, man. She fought her in her debut. You ain't knocking out no Franchon Cruz in no 4 or 6 round fight. They went 6 rounds. You're not knocking her out in 6 rounds.
Yeah.
So I think that's a big reason. Then she been fighting at the highest level from the beginning. How many fights was she in before she fought Hannah Gabriels and all these kind of people? Like, man, she been on a fucking demolition collision course and she been in the game. And I think that's a big reason why she don't get a lot of knockouts.
Well, I mean, another reason is she when she gets somebody hurt, she get hasty and she don't really set her shots up very well. It's like it's a lot of cats that I mean, it's a lot of them girls that she should have stopped, but she didn't because she just throw her punches all wild when she get people hurt.
Well, she need more punch variety. That's like if you look at that video that she was talking to Andre Ward and Coach K Karoma, they was trying to tell her how to mix it up because like when she get people hurt, she like to throw the 4-3 combination. Like as soon as she gets you hurt, 4-3, then she'll go to you 4-3, 4-3. Like she just want to put that. So Andre
everything
Ward,
to the head too.
To the head too, and Andre Ward was trying to tell her like you can do the same thing 3 different ways.
Right.
You know, like one motherfucker, like let's say a 1-2-3 combination. A simple guy might just throw the 1-2-3, jab right hand, come back with the left hook. A more sophisticated fighter might feint the motherfucker, then jab right hand, left hook. Even more sophisticated fighter might feint, jab, step under, 2-3, and then walk off on the ass. So he done took a 3 move combination and turned it into 5 moves or 6 moves. You see what I'm saying? And she got to be able to mix it up like that, and she hasn't been through that yet. But
hey, you right. You right about that because that Gabriel fight, that's why she was getting outboxed in there. I think if Gabriel had a little more power, she might have did something to her because she gets predictable and she don't throw to the body. Her combinations are predictable. So, but because she's tough and she does throw them well. Like I said, after a while, if you start paying, if fighters pay attention to her, even when she gets hurt, like you said, she just throws the same combinations over and over again. And then sometimes she don't vary the speed. She don't feint enough, I feel like, either. So, this is a few things to work on. You know what I'm saying? She's still very young in the game.
Yeah, she is growing. Yeah, and she is a student of the game. I am seeing her picking up different things that her coaches are telling her. And when the next fight comes around, I do see it. So
I'm sorry about that, man. I just got excited.
Get excited. That's what we like. Go
ahead, Trey X. Get fired up.
No, I was just thinking that like she got a good head for her because she like a student of the game. When people be talking to her and stuff, she ain't acting like she know everything. She like a sponge. She sitting up there soaking up all that shit. I done seen her talk to Coach K Karoma and Andre Ward. I seen her talk to James Toney. I seen her talk to Floyd Mayweather. And she just right there like a sponge soaking up game. And she is very accomplished. She like a 2-division, close to undisputed champion or whatever the case may be. But she still only got 11 fights. And we got to keep that in perspective. You know what I'm saying? She chronological age, she might not just be super young. But when it comes to in-the-ring experience in the pro game, she is still kind of young with only 11 fights.
True.
But she is training with Mayweather for this fight, too. And she did drop old girl Habazin with a body shot, so she is learning to go to the body a little bit more, but she need to be more consistent with that shit. Because when she fought this last girl she fought, the Canadian chick, I don't know, she had old girl on the run around the ring, but she went back to the whole head hunting thing.
Yeah, I don't even remember that fight. I can't even speak on it.
Yeah, it was a pay-per-view joint on Fight TV. Yeah, but that's what
she. Yeah, what was that, man? Last time I remember her fighting 2 MMA matches. You talking about before that?
Yeah. She
damn, that was a long time ago.
She became undisputed at 154.
Yeah, I remember that. I know what you're talking about now.
Marie-Eve Dicaire. That's what she fought.
I was gonna say too, man. She is
about a year ago.
I was gonna say she is doing some unprecedented type shit right now too. We ain't never had nobody that's on top of the boxing game splitting time with MMA. She ain't just been the most active. I think she done had like 1 fight per year for like the last 3 years. That's not very active, man. And you can't say that like she working on boxing and trying to improve her craft if she working on takedowns and takedown defense and all this kind of shit in MMA. So
I think that's gonna hurt her too.
Yeah, the stance in MMA is so different. The way you sit, the way you lean your weight on your legs. So it's like, man, I don't know how she'd be able to do because that shit's confusing, bro. Like I mean, like, to be honest, the stance is completely different. So if she's been getting used to worrying about somebody going for the legs and maybe not sitting on, I mean, I see his problems, man. Just doing a little too much.
Do you
Well,
think? I just want to throw it out there. Do you think? I understand the stance is being different, but once you step in the cage and you step in the ring, your mind should automatically shift to that part of the combat that you can't use your feet. So that should automatically help you get back into your stance. That's just my way of thinking, and I will hope by them being professional fighters that they can switch it on and off like that.
well, the
No, it's
thing
not the
is,
kicking portion of it that I'm saying. Like, I understand that, but it's even how you lean and generate power. So it's not like if you've been practicing hardcore like she was doing for months to months and months, it's not like you just hit a switch. Your muscle memory don't work that way. If you've been doing something a certain way, that's why you see fighters that still throw hooks the wrong way. So it's just like, wait, that hook is too wide. Why don't you narrow it up? Because they've been throwing it that way for a period of time, and you get used to doing it wrong. So that's what I'm saying. Like, even if she's aware, her muscle memory might be still trying to lean her towards doing something different.
this is what bothers me. It's like they are two different sports, and different sports require different body types. Like, I remember when Michael Jordan, when he went from basketball to baseball, one of the main things that hurt him when he was trying to come back to basketball is that he had to change his body back, because he had adjusted his body for baseball, and now he had to adjust it back for basketball. When you're doing this MMA shit, man, it's a lot of time that your muscles are under tension that you're not dealing with in boxing. Like, I had went to the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu gym, and I went and rolled on the mats, and that I went in there in shape. I'm talking about I'm training every single day. I'm talking about my body fat percentage low, 6-pack on them boys, and I got tired as fuck off in there because I just saw that my body was not built for this, because I'm off in there tussling with these motherfuckers, wrestling and grappling and all that kind of shit. So I don't think that type of body would suit you for boxing, you know what I'm saying? Because that's not the type of thing that you do. I can see a piece of it, like for example, Andre Ward and Terrence Crawford, they both say that they wrestled when they was young. And I feel like they helps them in their professional career because they just got that background of how to get leverage, generate leverage on people and stuff like that. But for the most part, I don't think having them type of time under tension muscles will help you for boxing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Derek Bailey say jiu-jitsu cardio is different.
Yeah, it's different. I'm running and everything every day, bro. I'm off in there tired. I'm talking about huffing and puffing off in there wrestling with the motherfucker.
We got La D joining us.
Salute to the queen.
Salute, sis. Glad you could make it through.
But I mean, as far as Clarissa Shields, man, before she started all this MMA stuff, man, I root for Clarissa Shields relentlessly. But I mean, I feel like Savannah Marshall, she gonna be very hard to beat, and she ain't focusing on shit but boxing. If she go up in there and lose to Savannah Marshall, I'm just gonna be like, well, that's just what happened when you don't focus. You know what I'm saying? I would have been crushed if she if she was just focusing on boxing and got beat by that girl. But I mean, now you splitting your focus. It's just like, hey. That's kind of to be expected.
Hey, the fight game put her in that position, man. That's the worst part about it, man.
Yeah,
I don't think Clarissa Shields wanted to go do MMA, but it's either that or sit on the shelf and watch your skills disintegrate into nothingness. Because the way boxing is now, man, you ain't those matchups, man. I'll be surprised if they even fight, man. That's what I'm saying.
I listened to Clarissa Shields talking, man, and 1 minute she's saying like she just wanted more attention. She don't feel like she get the recognition she deserves. Then the next minute she say it's money. Then the next minute she say it's because she said she was the GOAT, and the fans start saying that, well, you ain't the best woman fighter in the world because Amanda Nunes can beat you, and that hurt her pride because she felt like it was true. It's like she got a million different reasons why she wanted to do MMA. I don't know what's true.
Yeah, man, Nunes can beat you in an MMA thing, but you can't beat you. She can't beat you in no boxing match. And this is the truth of the matter: is from what I've seen between MMA fighters and boxers have more punch resistance and their punches are crisper. I mean, so when you see, because I kind of got that from looking at Conor McGregor, you see him knocking out dudes and they just sleeping, and this dude, it's like his punches got no power in boxing. So,
right.
so it's like, what the hell? Like, yo, I seen you sleeping dudes in like 1 second. Man, these look like Mayweather's eating these for breakfast. Like, yo, you like, it's this. I mean, so there's a difference in there. Yeah, Nunez probably got amazing knockout power in the MMA fight where you got to worry about somebody wrestling you down and doing all this other stuff. And the main training ain't you getting punched in the face. Boxing, the whole training is either you getting punched in the body or punched in the face. Even somebody with a weak chin in boxing is going to have a better chin than somebody in the MMA game. And so like I said, people are just so salty. They got to find some way to beat you. It's like a motherfucker saying to you, oh, yeah, you know, you a good quarterback, but shit, LeBron a dunk on you, though.
Right.
Like, what? Yeah, okay. It's stupid.
Hey, but at the same time, I don't even know if MMA trains to take punches. I don't see them like exercising their necks and shit the way I see in the fight game. You know what I'm saying? Like if you in boxing, man, you're gonna have to lay on the edge of that ring and work your neck out.
That's what I'm saying. Exactly. That's why they're not really built. So somebody saying Nunez could beat her, yeah, probably in an MMA fight where she can tussle you down, but in a boxing match, she'll probably sleep her. So, you know, it's two different worlds, man. It's crazy.
Yeah, I think she'll get stopped.
Oh, without a doubt. Nunez will get beat up in the boxing ring.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sure you guys have seen Shannon Briggs and what's the MMA guy that they had the two teams where they actually got them in the ring? The boxer against
the you talking about Rampage?
Yeah, where they had the teams though.
When they had the teams.
Yeah, they had team. It was a team of boxers.
Yeah. You talking about Rampage? I saw this shit.
Man, did you see how he? I can't even think of the box. Takum had knocked out the dude. The dude was just standing up. He couldn't fall down. He just was teeing off on him.
That was the one that got knocked out by AJ.
Yeah, I know.
You said Takam. That's what's the name of the dude that keep his hands spread? Pulev is the one.
It was Pulev that was knocking that dude. It don't matter.
Yeah, Pulev could have did him real bad, man. Pulev had some mercy on him because he could have fucked him up because he was knocked out on his feet.
Right. I'm using that example for what King of Kings was saying about the differences with the stance and the power of the punch delivery and the punch resistance. Because he knocked the poop out that dude, man. For real. And I know I just said poop, but I didn't want to say the other word and have people sound, you know. So I'm just going to do it like that. So I know Gil Cole is looking for Keith Thurman to take the win. I still haven't decided which way I'm going to go. You know, I've heard good argument on both sides, and that's all I can say. Earl Spence and Ugas is still kind of far enough out the way where I'm kind of excited, but I don't really want to spend a lot of time talking about it because then it makes you think about what you wish could happen with he and Terrence Crawford, if there will be a he and Terrence Crawford at 147, or will we have to wait to 154? As long as I get to see him fight is kind of the way I'm starting to look at it, because I'm seeing how Devin Haney is going through this nonsense. I don't see any reason why Kambosos can't go ahead and make a decision on who the hell he want to fight. There's no need for it to be getting drugged out like this. I don't even see why it's any question why it isn't Devin Haney. Anybody agree with me or disagree?
I agree with you.
Yeah, because
I agree with you too, homie.
They keeping undisputed away. Dare I say they keeping it away from a black fighter? It's like they're playing keep away right now.
In a historical weight class too.
Yeah.
That's the part that I don't always take out the table, because I don't think they're tripping on like a 140. But 135, 147, 160 and all that kind of shit, I can see where you're coming from all day long, like even more so.
Right.
Hey, think of the historical implications of that, man. If freaking Devin beats him in Australia, you know, that's where the first heavyweight champion was ever crowned, man. So you got history, bro. Like they don't want this to happen. I think they know it's sad, man, but that's just how boxing. See, this started with us when we started recognizing all these damn belts and all this bullshit. I mean, it has just destroyed boxing. But because we love it, we ain't got no choice. We got to watch it. But it's just like it's no way in the world you trying to tell me Kambosos, your whole energy changed. It's like somebody pulled him to the side, like, hey, what are you doing? That's not part of the plan. We're going to act like he don't exist. Thank God Devin is young. But they've done this to people. They've aged out fighters. They've stopped their progress. And really, it should be embarrassing to people that are non-African American fighters because you're basically saying that you can't beat them. But they don't even care about that anymore. There's no even pride to be like, oh, I'm actually the best, but I'm gonna out here fake the funk and say I'm undisputed. To the point that even your boy Canelo, who was undisputed, was like telling Teofimo, "We'll get out of here." And everybody knows this dude's not undisputed. So like, why are we playing a game? Kambosos Center talking a mess. He gonna give you a fight. You're gonna make more money. If you want to go do a homecoming fight and put a little something on your record, cool. But there ain't no excuse for this. And I'm not watching shit that dude does until he fights Devin. As far as I'm concerned, he don't exist until he fights Devin. I don't care who he fights. Lomachenko can drag himself out of his grave, whatever, man. Forget that. There's no reason for it. It's disrespectful to the game.
It's disrespectful to Devin Haney being a champ. But I'm going to read this where it says, Hyphy says, I disagree because it's been reported by multiple sources that Haney is seeking what is considered an unreasonable amount of money.
Hyphy, why you out here spreading that propaganda when that was said by what's his name and they already debunked that? I heard his dad say that was a lie. That none of that happened, man. That's the same narrative they always play for whenever a black fighter or fight don't get happening. Oh, he asking for much. Even when we seeing the guy not getting up, we seeing Wilder offering $50 million to somebody not getting a fight. We seeing people turning down. He taking crumbs, $12 million for a fight, and you still gonna believe that nonsense? That's not what's happening, man. That's not what's happening. That was just a misquote by, I can't even think of the white dude at the Zone, and he retracted that story. But the sad part, it was already in the main sports. The article was already printed up there before he retracted it. So none of that's true, man. Say that propaganda, bro. Damn.
I just can't believe that you got all belts but one. You know, one of the belts that you hold is just a trinket. It's not. It means nothing. You know that because it's come out of your mouth before. Now, for you to go any direction other than toward that other champion, I'm just not respecting it. I don't care if it's Lomachenko. I don't care. I don't care if it's Tank or anybody other than Devin Haney because that man has the belt. And I'm sick of hearing people say they want undisputed and end up going in a whole nother direction.
Yeah.
They should be embarrassed. The fighters should be embarrassed by letting the promoters pull them in that direction because in the end, it's your name and legacy that history is going to look upon. It's not going to say that, oh, we pulled him from this direction to this direction. It's just going to say that this dude didn't fight this person.
I'm still mad at the WBC for putting all this confusion in the game to where they can lean on that franchise belt shit and say that they don't really need the WBC belt. You know what I'm saying? Y'all been quiet because I don't really get off into the belts and shit too much, but I just think that's annoying.
It sucks because to listen to Suleiman, I always mess his first name up, but to listen to him and to literally, it's like looking at a person and I'm like, dude, you say one thing 1 minute when it suits you, and then you turn around the very next minute and say something totally different and act like we forgot that you just said something 20 minutes ago. This man is getting in front of different cameras doing interviews, and 1 minute the belt is just appreciation to show what a boxer has done. And when you think about it, with that explanation, you have to say, man, that's some bullshit because what has Teofimo Lopez did for boxing?
Right.
The only one you can lean on to say he did something for boxing is Canelo because y'all trying to make him the money man, but he got the computer raw thing on his list, and he got his ass whooped, and that's what really made him famous. So the nonsense that he gave for the reason the belt being created was bullshit. I think they made that belt to keep those boys from having to fight those brothers, to keep them from having to fight the Andres, the Charlos, the Haneys. In those, because like to hear what you guys just said, those are some pretty historical weight classes. And when you think about it, each one of those weight classes had somebody dangerous in it that the so-called man that they trying to crown to be needed to skip. There was no other way for him to get around him unless they created that franchise belt, which, hell, he really didn't need that because he just skipped over him anyway in the other weight classes because the franchise belt don't go up weight classes.
Yeah, he could have just added a pound to every weight like he had been doing, 155. I mean, so yeah, it's the Canelo duck belt. I mean, that's what it was. That's the origination was it for. I mean, the franchise whole creation was just so that he didn't have to fight Charlo and them, and so that he could run around doing this weird stuff, talking about Suleiman. Like I said, man, the WBC just becoming trash. You know what I'm saying? It just then like I said, when he made this that Suleiman talking about that Haney's the Pride champion, I'm like, this guy, like really? I mean, y'all is so blatant because it is one of my favorite belts, but man, the organization's just trash. We can't even be accepting anything they say, man. If you get the franchise belt, it's more like this. You don't want to fight everybody. You have no means to ever become undisputed. So, I mean, that's what it is.
Unless you're a certain fighter. And then all the doors will come off for you and anything you need. They'll be right behind you. They'll raise the limit of whatever substance you got in your body. They'll do it all. And breeding, because I'm gonna mess with the chat, but Hyphy shooting at your social science. He say King of Kings. He said King of Kings. You act like Bill Haney. Don't be lying.
It's not just Bill Haney; it's the dude that wrote the article retracting it. So, bruh, please. Let me put it like this. I take more of them. The same source that gave you that information retracted that statement. So do a follow-up, read the whole page. I know it's a page long. It's a lot to read, but go ahead and do that, Hyphy. You'll be all right.
Okay, there we go. Well, that question has been answered. Seeing it, I'm just rolling down. See, like Lala D speaking to everybody. And once again, Hyphy reared his head and he says, "What's the difference between Cambosos and Earl? They both have one more belt to capture." Not true. Earl Spence has two more belts to capture because he doesn't hold the WBO and nor does he hold the WBA. In which case, Cambosos holds all the belts save for the WBC. So I knocked that one out for you, and we're gonna keep it on rolling without having to go down too much. Gentlemen, I am very honored to have each and every one of y'all.
Hey, I want to say one thing before we go, OG, real quick.
I didn't mean I was going to go nowhere like that. I was just saying I was stepping back so I can let one of y'all speak.
I just wanted to say this, man. I wanted to bring two fighters to everybody's attention that's coming down the pipeline. We just had a historical type of thing for the United States happen at the end of last year, and I didn't hear nothing about it. I didn't know nothing about it. I feel kind of bad. But we had two American fighters that went and broke our 14-year AIBA World Championship drought. The last person to win a championship was in 2007, and that was Demetrius Andrade. In the same year, I want to say Rashid Warren, he had medaled in the tournament too. He might have won gold, but I know he did pretty well. We only had 18 gold medalists in the whole entire history of this tournament, going back to like 1974. So it's like a big deal when we get these gold medals. And plus, we seeing young kids to the tournament. Our kids be 19 and 20 for the most part, and they going up against 30-year-olds. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of hard on them. But the two fighters I want to bring to everybody's attention is one name is Raheem Gonzalez. I want to say he's from Texas, but he might be from California. He had beat this guy from Belarus in a championship round of the tournament. And the guy that he fought was clearly better than him, too. He had a way deeper amateur background. He was a southpaw. And as a matter of fact, Raheem Gonzalez got dropped 20 seconds into the first round. So he started out down on the cards off the top. You know what I'm saying? But in the amateurs, is a little bit different. A knockdown doesn't automatically mean a 10-8 round. It can still be a 10-9 round. So he got dropped, but he did well enough to still get a 10-9 round. And he came back in that fight and he won it in the last round. You know what I'm saying? Because they was tied up going into the last and he took it down. So that's Raheem Gonzalez. He very tough. He a little bit older too. He like 25 years old. He tough as fuck, man. He hit hard. He relentless. I'm talking about he is coming. I can't wait to see him as a pro. I don't think he's just going to be no great champion, but I do think he's going to be an action type of fighter, and he's going to be fun to watch. Now, the other one that I really want to get to, his name is Jamal Harvey. He's from Boxham Hill, Maryland, if that sounds familiar to y'all. But the kid is slick and cold. He reminds me of Terrence Crawford, man. If they ask him who his favorite fighter is, I'm pretty sure he's gonna say Terrence Crawford because he'll switch hitter just like Crawford. That I almost feel like par for the course with this modern day boxing that you got kids that can switch hit. But when he switched to the southpaw stance, he got that Terrence Crawford check hook that Terrence Crawford like to put on him. And Terrence Crawford is really one of the only fighters that I've seen utilize that punch in the way that he does. Like he can double up the check hook and go back to the body with the foe. You know what I'm saying? And that's the kind of shit this kid was doing, man. Jamal Harvey, he was 19 years old. He beat a guy that was way bigger than him. They didn't even look like they was in the same weight class. And he beat a guy that was older than him and more experienced than him. And he went out there and outboxed his motherfucking ass. He outboxed him and he outfought him. This is little Jamal Harvey. He fight at featherweight. He fight at featherweight, and Raheem Gonzalez, I think he a light heavyweight. You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
But those,
Trey X, how you feel
watch
about
out for them.
Vershawn Lee?
What'd you say, bro?
How you feel about Vershawn Lee?
I ain't seen him.
Okay.
That name sound familiar, but I ain't seen him though. But y'all be on the lookout for these guys here, man. Raheem Gonzalez, and especially be on the lookout for Jamal Harvey. And like I said, one more time, they broke our 14-year gold medal drought in the AIBA World Championships going back to Demetrius Andrade in 2007, man. So yeah, salute to them, man. They put us back on the map.
Okay. Salute to those gentlemen for that, for real. And it's a shame that we haven't heard about them because that's a big deal.
There's quite a few fighters that came out this year out of IB and then even the tournaments this year in 2021 actually very good, man. That's why I mentioned Vershawn Lee. He actually last time I seen him lose a fight was when he fought Cruz, but that was a couple years ago. But he was in the tournament last year, had a couple stoppages. He's a good young fighter out of US. I think he fights at, I forgot what division that is. It's the same one as, like I said, as Cruz fights in.
Jeez.
Master Rod, I don't know if you got something lined up, but if you don't mind, sir, can you drop something for me while I pour me another glass of this Stella Rosa and strike my lighter a couple of times? If y'all don't mind, I'm going to step back for a minute and let some jams go ahead and kick it. Y'all can do the same.
You got it, buddy. And here I go with dropping that hot shit. Yeah. This your one and only RA Productions music. Another collaboration. OB, MZ. Y'all ready? We about to drop it right here, brothers. All we do is drop that hot shit. Yeah, we coming through. Let him come up out the pockets. Cause the wind is due. And if you really wanna hold it down and represent the crew, honky horn to times rock. Let them know how we do.
I hit the niggas out here plotting on. Y'all know what it do. Them bitches that be riding with them, they can get it too. Hit that horn 2 times for 'em, but you ain't Debbie Miles. Got you running the Dr. Lee screaming, they changing up the style. Make it hard for you to breathe and everybody on your way. This hit a gangster movie with needles stuck into the tape. Master Rod hook the track on you, OB drop the hook. Summons DMZ to come and leave you niggas shook. Like when you found out the pot died, Biggie got shot. George Floyd dying underneath that car. It's been a minute since I reached out. Speak about anything banging on the track, make it bleed out. I make a marvel when I come through. Walk into the booth with a verse that'll cut through the whole crew. Now they reaching for their pens, rewrite their verses, calling their partners. DMZ is back.
All we do is drop that hot shit. Yeah, we coming through. Let him come up out the pockets. Cause the wind is due. And if you really wanna hold it down and represent the crew, honky honk times rock. Let them know how we do.
I bam bam like Bigelow, slap the beat like a gigolo, slap beat on the cheek of a silly hoe. That may be the only way that you feel me though. From Virginia to Texas, she like Hondas, I like Lexuses. Fuck horses, I'm about to Pegasus. Make green so I know what the lettuce is. We hip hop sedatives, cause we competitive. Call mother like a relative. As it tells it is in a snatching biz. The amount for the ransom is 1 million the presidents. Give me the money, it's evident. We can run it with smoke, start bleeding the fizz. You're feeling way out of your elements. I feel like the trunk of an elephant. You feel like a monk that is saying, what? Hey, man, slow down, man. Talk about it. you get your mind right. Alright, okay, let's go. My bad, bro. Don't mind me. At times I don't know what my mind be. Every now and then you have to tap a brother on the shoulder just to remind me. I spit dumb when I black out. My master Rob put a track out. Don't give a damn, I'ma throw my back out. Swim through the beat like I'm a black trout or a clownfish. Call me Nemo. What you got on my 40 Debo? You can pay me Friday. I'ma beat that ass next Friday. Sequel. Like fecal matter. I'm the shit. Can you smell it? It's a hit. Barrios be like, sorry, bro. Didn't know you were killing it, Barrios. Like Mario Brothers, I smash. Hop in the car to dash with the cash. Unable to control the way that I stand. Tasmanian devil. Just call me Taz. Yeah, let's get it.
All we do is drop that hot shit. Yeah, we coming through. You better come up out them pockets, cause the wind is due. And if you really wanna hold it down and represent the crew, honky horns to the town front. Let them know how we do.
Man, we back. And I guess I'm going to go ahead and touch on Canelo Alvarez and what's going on with him and this Charlo kid and what he plans on doing. Demetrius Andrade moving up makes it makes it a little smaller for Canelo, if you ask me, of his freedom to be able to move the way he wants to. But I'm seeing people thinking that Charlo be drunk and stuff like that, which I can never say that I've seen him in any video or anything drinking, slurring, or looking drunk. I've just never seen that, so I don't know where they getting that from. But it's nerve wracking, and not in a good way, to keep having to hear about Canelo and who he might choose to fight, and these fighters just not making just letting these people puppet themselves. You know what I'm saying? Cambosis is not fighting Haney. Go on and get it over with, dude. We don't want to see you fight anybody else because they fights really aren't important. They're not holding belts. We want to see an undisputed like Josh Taylor, like the younger twin Jamel is about to attempt to do again with Castano, which I think that's going to be a hell of a fight. I can't wait to see that one. I hope nothing comes in the way of messing it up.
That's possibly fight of the year, bro. I'm waiting. I'm anticipating that fight, man.
The Castano Charlo fight.
Yes, sir. That's the best. That division, to me, still, I don't care. No matter what, is the best in boxing. They've all fought each other. Whoever comes out on top, that's almost like that division almost gave us a low key, unofficial type like Super 6 tournament because all them dudes have fought each other. So. Yeah. I love 154, man. That's the best division in boxing. And Castano can either one. It's a 50-50 fight, man. Flip the coin on it.
Yeah, it's not a foregone conclusion because that first fight was a hell of a fight. I have some family members that felt like Castano won. I have some family members that feel like Charlo won. I feel like it could have been a draw. Castano did step on the gas. Charlo did enough to keep him from literally taking the fight from him, but he didn't do enough to separate himself. That's the way I saw the fight.
When I went back and watched it again, it almost felt like it could have been a draw, or maybe Castano won the boxing match, but Charlo won the fight because Charlo was the one that was hurting him. I remember Charlo got buzzed a couple of times, but I saw Castano actually hurt. So I think that's Charlo got that in his pocket going into the fight. That the boxing match might have been close, but the actual fight, like who was getting hurt the most, that was Castano that was getting hurt.
I can agree with you there. Lala D asked the question. She said, "What if Mel went undisputed, then Bud moved up and took it? What do you guys think?" I think that'd be a hell of a statement by any fighter, especially for Bud to move from 147 to 154 and beat the undisputed champion, which everybody I believe agrees is a pretty good champion. He's no slouch in any way. Not Jamel. He have his tantrums and stuff like that. But I think the loss that he took at the hands of Tony Harris has maybe caused him to refocus a little bit. So yeah, that would be a hell of a move.
I think Charlo might be too big and too battle
Yep.
tested for that shit though, man.
Yep.
I know
Agreed.
Bud Crawford is a hell of a fighter. I don't like calling man Bud, but that motherfucker can fight. But man, that's a big jump going from 47 to 54. Charlo
Yeah.
like 5'11, 72 and a half inch reach. He been fighting like tough fights, pretty consistently. You know what I'm saying? I think that'd be tough, man.
Hey, I seen look people. I don't think people realize how big Jamel Charlo is. I've seen him standing next to him and his brother standing next to Earl Spence. Earl Spence looked like a 147 pounder standing next to them dudes. And he's very skilled. I Bud's chin. I mean, like I said, we ain't seen him get, but man, I think Jamel will give him all that he can handle. I think that'd be a very, very, very risky fight.
Yeah. If he beat him, man, we got to get that motherfucker all kind of props, man.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. You know, if he was to go up there and beat the guy, because we all just spoke very highly of Jamil. We all did universally, no hands down. We all consider him what he is, and for Bud to be able to pull something off like that, that would be just straight out ridiculous. That would be insanely crazy to not have him. I guess I would have to agree with a pound for pound list and say he is number one.
Any 147 pounder comes up there and beats Jamel Charlo, they're the best fighter in the game. I mean, period. Because he's that good. Jamel, the thing that I think the biggest thing that we overlook with him is, I'm gonna put it like this. I saw the last Bud fight. Yes, he ended up stopping Porter, but he was having trouble with Porter. If he was having that type of trouble with Porter, I think Jamel stops that dude. I think he beats him in 10.
The one thing that stand out to me though is that Jamel doesn't listen to his corner the way he should. Like in that last fight against Castano, he was not listening to the instructions from Derrick James. Terrence Crawford listens to his corner. I saw a fight when he fought against that Olympic gold medalist that's a southpaw at 140, the one that gave a tough fight to Lamont Peterson. A lot of people felt like he got robbed. In that fight right there.
Oh, Diaz.
What's his name?
Last name is Diaz. I can't remember his first name.
Yeah, but that guy right there, I saw Terrence Crawford get instructions from all three of his trainers, and I saw him implement what each one of them told him. And that let me know this is a guy that listens to his corner. You know what I'm saying? And I think that'd be like something that he got going for himself going into the fight.
Felix Diaz, my bad, bro.
Felix Diaz, there we go. Appreciate that.
So, and that was a good fight, man. Felix Diaz was a good fight and a fighter, and he just sunned him. It was like, damn. I was like tapping him on that. Now, see, that's the type. I'm not gonna front. Now, I understand glowing and all, but that type of shit kind of pissed me off. I'm like, man, don't belittle the man. You already whooped his ass. Why you got to tap him on the head like a little kid? That shit was foul as fuck. Damn. Just whoop and knock him out, put him out of his misery, but you got to embarrass his ass.
Man, that dude was an Olympic gold medalist. He needs to make Crawford stop doing him like that. Shit. Fuck that. You got your ass whooped.
He didn't have no choice, man. That dude was getting dealt with. It's like, damn.
He and do Adrian Broner get out there, clown the dude, and then try to get his face knocked off. I was so disappointed on that fight. I just don't know what to say. Maestro says, what do you think about Paul calling out the boys on ESPN the other day? Paul who? Anybody know?
Maybe Jake Paul or something.
Jake Paul. Yeah.
Who would he? You're going to have to elaborate a little more on that.
Yeah, I won't keep it a buck. I'm a grown man. I don't really pay attention to them dudes like that. Just really be honest.
I've been reading some things, though. I kind of like what some of the things he's been saying, like as far as buying stock into the UFC so he can work on getting the fighters the pay that they deserve, and also trying to get behind women's boxing and getting them where they supposed to be. Because in my opinion, I think that he is about to promote the biggest women's fight in history.
Yep, yeah. He is.
He went off on Bob Arum too. Bob Arum was talking about Shakur versus Valdez was gonna do better than Serrano versus Taylor because, and I quote, let's be real, nobody pays attention to women's boxing like that. So Jake Paul came at him like, well, I feel sorry for Michaela Mayer being promoted by a dude who think like this. So
It's
I
on
mean,
the
like
same
that's a
weekend,
good
I
ass
think.
point too.
They talking about making a fight on the same weekend, and he was trying to. Nah, but Bob, man, like I said, first of all, Bob said he don't know how to provoke black dudes, and black dudes keep signing with him. So I mean, he been people self destructive going over there. But yeah, he claiming that. I mean, we got to keep it real. I mean, even though that dude's full of shit, but I mean, we don't. Let's be honest, we don't really pay attention to women's boxing like that. I mean, we do, but name 10 women fighters right now.
You don't want me to do that, bro.
But I can tell
Name
you
20.
I can tell you name 50 dude boxers, and I bet you can come up with a list.
And we can
So
name 10, man. Go. All right, we got Franchon Cruz, the Maurice St. Clair chick. We got the Alicia Baumgartner. We
Hannah
got Carissa,
Gabriel.
Carissa Shields, Hannah Gabriels. What's the white girl that Carissa?
You got Sandy Ryan.
name,
You got
sir.
Savannah Marshall. You got Hannah Gabriel. Did you say Hannah Gabriel already?
Yeah, I said
Yeah, we
Hannah
said her.
Gabriel.
Christina Hammer.
Yeah, Christina Hammer's who I was
Christina
trying to
Hammer.
think of.
Christina Hammer,
Okay.
Tyler, Katie Taylor.
You got Ramla
Hamadouche.
Ali.
We got Hamadouche.
I'm gonna do Ramla Ali.
Michaela Mayer.
We done passed over 10.
Yeah, we done got 10, man.
It was 3 of y'all, so it's 10 apiece. God damn it.
Oh my God.
Yeah, there it is.
You done pulled a stunt.
Okay, you got
There it is.
Delphine Pursuit, Carly Skelly. Oh man, I could
I
go
was
on
just
and on.
Lala D dropped one, Latondra Jones. Can't forget about her.
There you go, sis. Where's
Raquel Miller.
Yep. Yeah. We can name a few.
Well, hey, the thing about it is because, the reason why MMA girls have gotten, so big is if you notice every time they have a fight, they always slick a girls fight in there. A lot of times that don't happen with the dudes. They either have mostly female cards or stuff like that. It's like, I don't know, the girls boxing just ain't promoted like that. I mean, besides the top 4 or 5 girl boxers, whatever, you know what I'm saying? It's not a lot of them to begin with, period. But still, it's just like, I like it. There's some validity, but it was really from a hater place because he just hating. And look, that Valdez, Shakir's. It's funny. 1 minute you shitting on Shakir. Excuse me. You making Shakir and them talking mess about him, but then all of a sudden you I don't know, man. I don't pay much attention to that guy. He's just trying to say if those fights come up on the same weekend, most people are gonna watch the Shakir fight, and let's be honest, probably we would watch that Shakir Valdez fight over them girls fighting. So that's kind of what he was saying.
I mean, it's a big fight, and plus the other girl, they own the zone. So that's gonna hurt their viewership. You know what I'm saying? But I do think it's very respectable. And I like what Shakir said. Shakir said he feel like his fight with Valdez is bigger, but he definitely wish he had the Serrano and Taylor on his undercard. Because that'll make it like a super event. You know what I'm saying? And I agree with him.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's how the UFC would have ran that. That would have been nice, man. They would have maximized. That's what I'm saying. They're so greedy. They got to run the fights on the same weekend. This is stupid. Like, just run them on opposite weekends and don't make them both pay-per-view or something.
Me personally, I got to see both the fights because Serrano versus Taylor, that's an undisputed fight. Like, and you got this chick who knocking everybody out. I don't think she's gonna knock Taylor out, but
yeah, the zone going to buff so much, man. That the zone app buff so much, you'll be able to watch both fights. It's gonna take you 30 minutes for that shit to download.
I don't be having them kind of problem with the zone, so I don't know.
Lala D said Aaron is an idiot at a time when women's boxing is really picking up. Yeah, but you're right. He is an idiot, and anybody that looks at him in any other way, because I heard when George Foreman and everybody kind of ran to his defense when it came out that Terrence Crawford was suing him. And I was like, dude, he wasn't racist to y'all because at the time y'all was dealing with him, he was the lesser of two of the evils that I know between him and Don King. Y'all picked the lesser of the two, but right now that man thinking the same way he thought back then, which is a bad way of thinking in today. Like you said, he get black fighters, and he's lost the biggest name next to Ali, I would say, as far as making money in Floyd Mayweather. How do you not realize the star potential in that young man when you big upped him at one point and then you shit on him at another? This is This is a creature of habit. Bob Arum is, because he's done that to Floyd. He's done that to Terrence. He's done that to a few boxers. It won't be long before we hear him doing it to Shakur. That's just my way of thinking. Anybody can prove me wrong, but I
Now
don't
you
think at
you
this
right,
point.
bro. I mean, you absolutely right. But the funny part about it is like people need to realize at the end of the day, he's securing these boxers under contracts who basically making them employees. And the same way your boss can't come in there and mistreat you because you're black is the same thing with him. So there's some validity to this Crawford lawsuit against this dude. I mean, if you say you like he openly saying it, man, he can't. Man, look, wherever y'all work at, your boss couldn't come in here and be like, nah, man, you know what I'm saying? I can't really train black dudes. For some reason I don't know how to do it. Like what? You fired, bro.
Yeah, that wouldn't be
But
a good
you
look.
saying like so it's the same situation, but he been getting away with it so long because Floyd just the way people were dealing with it was leaving. But think of how many people's career they lost years on their career messing around with this dude, and he's been on this stuff. So
Exactly.
George Foreman coming out here with that. George Foreman been on that. I don't even know what to describe. He been on some bullshit since the Olympics when he was young, man. So I don't pay no attention to him. If you got a bunch of people running out, everybody's experience with people is different. One girl with you guys might be the sweetest girl in the world, and with me, she a hoe. So it is what it is. You feel me?
Right. Yeah,
You can't do
and
nothing but really live by right directions when you put it like that. I'm with you 100%.
hey, George Foreman is like Tony Dungy from the NFL. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we
Yeah.
hear you.
I had to put my phone on the charger, and I find it kind of interesting that Terrence Crawford got this lawsuit or whatever he got going on, but at the same time, the former head coach of the Miami Dolphins, something Flores, I can't remember, but he just got unjustly fired from his job, and he suing the NFL his own self for like some discrimination type shit, like some racial shit as far as the hiring practices and stuff like that in the NFL. So I just felt like that was kind of interesting that we got something going on as far as race go in boxing and the NFL at the same time, and we got two lawsuits pending or whatever the case may be. I ain't no lawyer, you know what I'm saying? So if I sound dumb, I apologize, but I think y'all understand what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, I do. And with the NFL, you can point at the situation of as people knew and just didn't, as far as I'm concerned, didn't give a damn because nobody ever made a move on it to make them correct it. But it's been in the news before that there are no black owners or anything like that. They got a man of what they would consider color. I think he's an Arab. I'm not really 100% sure, but the last time I checked, the NFL was always known as a good old boys club, and no one was allowed in if they didn't let you. And everybody knew that. So, and everybody knows that. So I'm not surprised that here and now people are starting to pull the skirt of some of these conglomerates and start going for what they know. Hey, y'all treating me wrong because of this. Well, we're gonna make you pay for it. That's what I'm seeing, and I would think that these high powered people would see it coming. Hey, you can't keep treating people this 2022. You can't treat them like it's 40.
Well, the
Night and
biggest thing is those dudes got to follow those lawsuits through, man. The worst thing that ever happens is them settling them because then it gets tucked away and you never know what happens. They just need to go ahead and follow them through. And like I said, it's blatant. I mean, they got these dudes on video saying stuff. So it's just like people got to understand their power, man. The same way, nobody can keep you out of position because your skin color. The reason they have a Rooney rule and in the NFL was because it's not because there wasn't qualified black coaches. It's just they didn't hire them, period. That's just all there is to it. So, I mean, it's been like that. They keep a circle. The NFL, like I don't even watch football anymore. So, I may be out of date or whatever, but I've been stopped watching football a few years ago. But that stuff ain't nothing new, man. It's don't say we ain't had people that were in position to do that because every time that happens, anytime we try to elevate, try to own some television networks and own anything massive like this, it's some kind of roadblock. The NFL got to approve a sale of a team. So they can just not approve a sale to you if you had the money to pay for a game anyway. So it doesn't even matter. Like I said, it's just been like that forever. So you got to hit them in their pockets,
That's the only way you're going to be able to do it. And like you said, if they don't follow through with the lawsuit, then it's just a waste of time. Because if you don't push through with it, how will you ever get them to start making a change? And I'm a true believer. You know, you got a bunch of old people that work. That these are the same football teams have been in some of these families for generations. And my thing is, if a person thinks a certain way at 25 and they're already rich, there's not a whole bunch of things that's going to change their mind about the way they think about other people when they're steady getting paid. What kind of problems are they going to have that they feel like their money can't take care of?
Exactly.
So keep the dark skins out and let's keep it moving. But hey, that's just how I feel about the NFL.
Hey, salute to D-Lo. What's up, bro?
Oh, D-Lo made it before we closed the shop. Way to go, bro. Glad to see you. He pumping out videos real regular. So, Trey, you was taking no, you said you were leaning toward Keith Thurman. And
Yeah, I'm leaning toward Keith. I think he a better fighter, 101-6 amateur record and shit like that. Fighting people like Demetrius Andrade in the amateurs. So I know what he built. And plus Barrios fought as low as 122, man. That's like one of the main things for me. When I start seeing that, I start thinking about bone density and stuff like that. And I just know that Keith Thurman is the naturally bigger man. Even though he ain't tall as Barrios, he's still the naturally bigger man. He's the more powerful man. He just coming off a long layoff. So I'll probably take Keith Thurman, but I'm going to take him by decision.
okay, gonna take him by decision. Which I agree with King of Kings. Thurman really needs to be able to sleep Mario in order for him to make it like no doubt. Yeah, people would be like, yeah, you should have knocked him out. Okay, I should have knocked him out and I did. That should be the conversation that he would want to have. That would, if I was him, I would want to have that conversation. Other than you let this dude who Tank knocked out take you all the way to the full 12 rounds or 10 rounds, whatever y'all fight. How could you even let that happen? You have to be disappointed in yourself, Keith. I'm just pretending like I'm interviewing him right now on your lackluster performance and not being able to knock Mario out. What do you have to say for yourself? And that's when everybody's going to start dumping on him. Say, oh, man, this motherfucker been talking all this shit all this time, and he ain't come out here and he couldn't even knock out this 140-pound dude who Tank just put down on the ground. What, 3 times in one fight? Was it 3 or 4? I think it was 4. I think he dropped him 4 times. The 4th time was the stoppage.
I think it was twice, actually. The first one was a lead right hook, and he dropped him with that single punch, and then he hit him with a straight left hand and dropped and knocked him out.
I thought he got up and he got knocked out by a body punch.
Well, you might be right then. Yeah, you probably right. Yeah, cause I think he got dropped by the lead right hook. He got dropped by a left hand. Then he got dropped by the body punch. I think you're right.
Okay, appreciate it. Because I don't want to be looking too crazy. Anybody got anything they want to touch on? D-Lo, what's happening? Lala did got some crazy stuff. She was a comedian last week for sure. She wearing your ass out, Trey. I'm just picking up on bro left off because he was mixing it up a little bit. But yeah, Lala D had jokes flying all last week. So y'all know how I like to
get
touch
an ass whoop this week.
Let it be. So let it be written. So let it be done.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? Let me go ahead and use that one real quick. So, gentlemen, I got this story that came across that takes place in Georgia. I'm not surprised. It's this teacher that this little 8-year-old found a camera that they traced back to him in their bathroom. Now, they take him to jail, arrest him, they fire him from the school district and all this stuff. But do you realize they let this man out of jail for $1,500?
Damn.
Wait, hold up. He did what? He had a
He
camera.
had a camera in the boys' bathroom, not even little girls. Disgusting sons of This
He was a
dude,
teacher.
yes, he was a teacher, and it took place in Georgia. And I'm trying to remember Cobb County,
Mm.
in Cobb County, and that's just crazy that with all there's laws that's supposed to make it where you can't even get out of jail for doing certain things around kids and that kids. This dude, he is in the school, he has a job of trust, and he's voyaging on little bitty 8-year-olds.
Yeah.
And the only way he got caught is because one of the kids found the camera and was so distraught that they went to tell a teacher or a staff member or something, and that's what got this dude caught.
Wow.
Oh, so they made the camera back to him, basically.
Yeah, they linked it back to him. Lala D said a Brooklyn drill rapper was killed today. R.I.P. One was just shot and his friend killed the other day. And that turned dark quick.
Damn. Hey man, keep it a buck, man. A society not built to defend your kids from these fucking these predators. These guys are they got so much protection in the world. Like you said, his bond was like 15,000. You had to put 10% down, and so they ain't going even the felonies or whatever. Even if he goes to jail, it's going to be some softy because they got them protected all over the place, man. So y'all got to protect your kids and really pay attention to what kind of stuff is getting pushed out here because there ain't nowhere in the world he should be walking around, but he surely is. So. Y'all started to keep wondering about these little kids while all these little boys got all these feminine tendencies because these teachers be touching on them and doing stuff. So y'all need to watch your family, man. Have conversations, family dinner, bring it back.
That's right. That's right.
That's true, man. That's really true.
Not to mention that a lot of these laws, dare I say, are made by these kind of people. Remember at one point during the Trump administration, there was a lot of senators and stuff that was getting caught up with underage children. You'd be surprised that some of these states that have 14 years old is consensual sex. Well, you could smash a 14-year-old. Who would want to smash a 14-year-old? These people are sick. But, I'm going to go ahead and get off of that and get on D-Lo 404 Box and says, if Thurman goes into this fight feeling pressure to get a stoppage, it could work against him. Just my opinion. Well, he's been out the ring for 2.5 years. The last time we saw him, he was taking a loss to Manny Pacquiao. He got dropped by Pacquiao. He took a body punch that everybody was laughing at him about because he pulled his mouthpiece out of his mouth. Yeah, this is one-time Keith Thurman. I think he has a pretty big picture of what he had, a pretty big view of what he has of himself. Just listening to him, because Keith will talk about himself in the third person sometimes. And when you talk about yourself in the third person, you got to be quite special. So I'm thinking if he feels any pressure, it'll be mainly because it'll be what he puts on himself and not what people put on him.
See, but my thing about Keith Thurman, man, is I don't really just 100% trust him. I don't know if he a gym rat. Like when it comes to these layoffs and shit, we see Gary Russell. Gary Russell stay in the gym. We don't see him blowing up in weight. I done literally seen Keith Thurman with titties before. I used to have that as my avatar, making fun of him and shit because he was fat and out of shape. He just not a gym rat. Like I talk my shit about Terrence Crawford. One thing I can say about him is that he stays in the gym all the time. I just saw a video of him working mitts with Amir Khan, helping Amir Khan get ready for the Kell Brook fight. The man is a gym rat, man. He stay in shape. He always look rock solid. I don't see the same thing from Keith Thurman. So coming off a 2.5-year layoff, what have you been doing for 2.5 years? Have you been in the gym for 2.5 years? Because I don't believe it. I
playing the flute,
playing flutes and shit, eating curry and all kind of shit. I just don't trust the man. So that just got my mind going in circles going into this shit, man, because the odds makers are making a statement too by only having Keith Thurman at minus 190. Keith Thurman is a former unified champion fighting somebody that's fighting at welterweight for the first time in their career. The man is supposed to be a 10-to-1 favorite. but and he fighting somebody that's coming off a knockout loss. But he only a 2-1 favorite. That's saying something to me, man. The odds makers, they saying we don't trust them either.
Hey, you right though about that, but I think maybe the odd makers are like you saying, man. The truth of the matter is, a dude, regardless what limitations he has, if he comes in shape and has some kind of game plan, he can outdo a dude that ain't been taking the shit serious.
But hello. I don't know what happened, gentlemen. Please carry on, Kenfolk.
Like, let's be real. Who expected Riverside Rocky to give Keith Thurman the fight that he gave?
I don't think nobody thought that.
I thought he was gonna beat the shit out of Riverside Rocky and stop him. Man, Riverside Rocky fought that man to death out there, man. So that's just on my mind.
Hey, acceptable, no problem at all. I just wanted to know because I still haven't nothing about Keith is making me say, you know what, Keith, I'm gonna ride with you. Nothing has done that yet. I do know that Mario, at the weight classes that I've seen that fight that, a lot of people thought he lost when he was in that war, the dude has heart. I do know that because I've seen it on display. And I know Keith has heart too. So, will the 2.5 years, is it 2.5? Are they going to affect him like people are thinking they are? And with the, trade quoting the odd makers, people tend to think that they are. I don't know. I don't know if Mario has enough strength. Is his power? Is he going to even be powerful at 147? Because he had a few knockouts at 140, but he wasn't what you would call somebody that you would be expecting to go out there and knock somebody out. So, with all those things being said, I still haven't came up with who I think I want to run with, and I think that's pretty bad.
I got you.
Maybe
I'll say Riverside Rocky may crank up that motorcycle, vroom out there, goddamn. Had to get on the move. That's what it was.
Yeah. I mean, the ref could have stopped that fight, and I don't even think nobody would have been complaining about it.
What you talking about, like that 9th round?
Yeah, when he was running all around the ring, wasn't throwing no punches.
Yeah,
because Keith was out of it, man.
I thought he took a body shot. He was trying to catch his breath.
I don't remember that. I know he took a hard body shot from Luis Collazo and Sean Porter. I don't really remember a defining body shot against Riverside, but I remember him running though.
Oh no, I was speaking about with Pacquiao.
Oh, okay.
I was speaking on his last fight, the last fight that we saw him before right now that we're getting ready to see him step in the ring with. I didn't want to go back that far. I just wanted to go back to his last performance. And both
and
of
even
that
fight right there, he had a tune-up fight before that fight. You know what I'm saying? So he wasn't like coming off that same type of layoff because he had already fought Riverside Rocky. This fight right here is off a layoff. 2.5 years. What is this, the longest layoff of his career?
I believe so, sir.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm gonna tell you right now, man. Making picks and you taking fighters that's coming off of layoffs, that shit ain't been paying that good on the Champ Ross. That shit's been losing on all levels. I'm talking about with sorry fighters, medium and good fighters. Fighters coming off layoffs have been losing lately. So that shit got me worried, man. Because I can't lose no more points on the Champ Ross. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, right now you still defending champ. You can still say that with impunity until next season or whatever happened. But right now you still the man, so you can take a couple of more losses if you need to. If you want to take a couple of weeks off, go ahead and do what you need to do and just come back roaring in the end.
Shit, if I want to win this season, I can't give up no more ground. I have to get to work right now. You know what I'm saying? So I'm over here sweating the shit out of all my picks. I'm sweating every one of them.
That's not good. Lala D taking this back. She say, these women be nasty too, touching and sleeping with kids. They help traffic kids too. If your little boy is walking past a van with a friendly looking lady in it, he not gonna move away from the van. You right, and it's a lot of fathers that feel a sense of pride that their son would be looking at something so fine and not realizing that his little ass can get snatched up. So you're right, sis. we do need to look a little deeper on that situation. I'm just trying to keep up on both sides of this thing with these damn pedophiles making these laws to help mess with these people's children.
Hey, it
But
ain't even just with the kids. Women are they bring in women for the sex trafficking too.
yeah,
You know
that's
what I'm
what she
saying?
was speaking on. She was speaking on a nice looking lady trying to holler at your boy. Your boy mind ain't gonna go into this. Could be a stranger danger situation. He looking at I might could get something out this.
No, it ain't even got to be that. It could be a little girl. Kids are trained to trust women. The women are the teachers. Your mama, your grandma, kids are trained to trust women. So it don't have to be because the little boy is attracted to the woman. It could just be a kid, period, trusting the woman because that's just what kids do. And women are like one of the main ways of getting kids and getting women for the sex both ways.
They are okay. They are the nourishment in most families' line of defense. So I do feel what you're saying, bro. I ain't arguing the fact. King of Kings is back. Y'all deal with me while I try to fight this cough back. But I also have a story. Excuse me. I also have a story about this cop that recorded himself commit a hate crime. Now he talking to this dude from a Middle Eastern background, calling him Muhammad and mocking his accent and everything like this. If I can find the video, I'm gonna pull it up so y'all can see the dude that had the nerve to be racist as a police officer. Crazy as hell, these people be doing some dumbass stuff. You can only pretend for so long.
Yeah, like Jackie Gleason's man, like Jackie Gleason say, man, what the world coming to?
That's right, you actually talking. I can't believe it. Captain OG Redmore is pretty special, just not sure of the special you are thinking of. Okay, D-Lo, I'm kind of lost on that one. Keith is coming down from Cruiserweight. Don't discount that. Wait, what? Dang.
Who said that shit?
That's what D-Lo for boxing seat.
He coming down from cruiserweight.
That's a pretty. That's a lot of weight. But okay, D-Lo. So you ride with Keith and you ride against Keith. I don't see your pick in there anywhere, and I'm just poking.
Don't underestimate D-Lo. He'll go pick a draw on your ass.
Yeah,
you might be right.
Yeah, that's it's been many times you have quoted that because he pulled a draw out on you and was right.
Hey, you see what Hyphy said, right? Hyphy said, MZ, stop doing all that fake ass coughing like you puffing on that super pressure over there. You know smoking on some Reggie.
Dude, please, bro.
You got that third weed, boy.
That Guatemala. I know you smoking on that Guatemala.
I don't know what that is, but
at least it's better than shake.
Out of all the time, Hyphy, that I always just let you say what you need to say and let it go over my head. This the one time I'm like, shit, dude, you got the wrong thing going when it comes to that. I cannot mess with that Reggie. For what? Matter of fact, let me pour me a glass.
Look at you said you been there, done that.
Yeah, that's back when I was a kid, man. You know what I'm saying? That was a long time.
That's like we don't know no better. You know what I'm saying? You just happy to get some, like this little weird ass dude that I sold some bullshit to. I'm like, this ain't even like he didn't even know. He thought he had got him something. I kind of felt bad later. Like, dang, he probably tell you my story. That first time I smoked some weed. I'm like, man, that wasn't no weed.
Hey, let me ask you this, MZ. If you ain't had nothing to smoke on in about 2 weeks and I come through with a big fat blunt of that Guatemala, you ain't gonna hit it?
No, I won't do that. No.
He'll smoke the whole blunt.
My brothers will tell you. I'm like real picky. You know what I'm saying? Big E and Master Rod and them will tell you every time they see me, it ain't regular.
Yeah.
The regular was like what Reggie was a minute ago, and I used to be one of those cats like, man, I ain't worried about trying by no drug, man. Shit, after so many years of smoking Reggie, I was like, damn, I'm smoking 5 blunts to get high. I got to elevate.
Hey, I got to get you on some of these carts I've been getting, man. Them whole kind of expensive. They like $130 a piece, but them motherfuckers will get you where you need to go and beyond.
not and beyond.
Yeah, you're gonna be way up there.
Yeah, okay. Well, you see, I went on and checked out the other stuff you had pulled to my attention and found some things to be quite pleasing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If I must say so myself, I was like, okay, Trey X, youngster was right with this one. I'm gonna give him his props. Give him his props.
And it's legal.
Well, yeah, unless I call my son-in-law and tell him, hey, I need you to mail me some of this down here. He'll do it. But I just wouldn't feel right to ask my son-in-law to do that. That would be terrible. What kind of father-in-law would I be?
Look at Ivy talking shit. Talking about here go Trey X with that free distill promo for his favorite company. It is my favorite company. I can't even cap. The motherfucker be giving all kind of discount codes. They be having buy one get one free all the time. Yeah, that's my favorite company. They be keeping me in the class. Wow. I'm about to give my woman some Valentine's Day chocolate from them. They got a little special. They just made the chocolate yesterday. They supposed to go on sale, I think, tomorrow. I'm about to get some of them hoes. They like 50 milligrams a piece. You know what I'm
saying? Yeah, I feel that. Man, you know what? Looking around, yeah, your candle is cooled off. I just cooked them today because I had been waiting for this wax to show up for the longest. I got some petunia that I remember Lala D making the statement that she liked, and her birthday we were supposed to get one out to her. So somebody can get in touch with her and let her know I'm trying to do that. I'm gonna do that. But I finally got that lavender scent. So Trey, it's gonna be lavender for a minute, and then when it get down to like quarter of what's left, the scent gonna change up on you. Just letting you know. So
yeah, I forgot I had my little old candle in the mix on the board.
That's how I do it. So, since I remember you stating mostly that you like mainly lavender, so I just threw the little surprise scent in toward the end, so you can say, okay, I see what OG doing. So,
yeah.
So, with that being said, I did my little promo. I ain't got to go through if your feet stink and your room stink, your bathroom stink. I got a candle for that because y'all already know at HW Weeks, that's how we do. Our motto is relax and enjoy. I pulled it off anyway. Y'all like that, huh? Anyway, I think I can find this because I got to let y'all see this dude, man. Stupid ass cop. I can't stand stupid ass cops. I just can't stand stupid ass people for whatever reason. Why you? It's just ridiculous. Okay. Sound like you over there clicking buttons. Hurry up and stop. What kind of tell about weed before Bruce Gold comes? He said stop. That's what we talking about. He said stop. So he typed it exactly the way it's supposed to be. He attempting to say it. Hurry up and stop talking about weed for Bruce Gold comes. That's cold blooded. That's cold. Where's that share screen so I can show y'all? This is the dude. Where is it? Why is it not showing? That's the dude right there. That was being racist to the Arab dude. Now he a cop. Y'all see what he look like?
Mm.
He look like a damn Asian. I thought they the
Stop Asian hate. Stop Asian hate.
That's what I'm
saying.
That's what I'm trying to put. That's what I'm trying to point out. He is a cop, and he hating on Muhammad. If I don't want to get no strike, but I will show play what this dude was saying. So it is what it is. Here we go.
This terrorist is terrorizing me. Come out! Whoa! Taka. You're upset because I didn't let you make the U-turn?
Come on, man.
I'm trying to tell you, boy.
Y'all
Only in
heard me,
America.
right?
What them
Only in
noises you
America,
were there?
man.
Said ducka ducka ducka.
Yeah, he trying to be. He trying.
Only in
That's his
America.
Arab
That
accent.
no, that shit sound. How you gonna have an Asian accent and clowning somebody? This is what? What are we doing?
That's the
Yeah, ducka
culprit right
ducka.
there. That's the dude that was making the sounds.
He was clowning.
Come on, man.
Only in America, man. Only in America.
He couldn't get away with that with me. I got way too many comebacks for that. Yeah, I got right now. I'm stopping myself from saying all the stuff I would have said to that dude.
Man, I can't tell you that dude did. When they, if I thought he was going to be a Caucasian, I really did think that he was going to be of Caucasian persuasion. But when they put this dude picture up right here, and his name is like Gong or something, some shit like that. So it goes deeper than that. You know what I'm saying? This dude name, but it's on the TYT on that Dr. Rashad on Indisputable. So yeah, you can check it out on there. But that dude right there, his name is like Gong or Kong or it's Asian all the way. It's like Ming Dynasty
Give me that
Asian.
soup. Give me that one-time soup.
Really? Really? That's how you gonna do it, Master
Oh,
Rod?
man, look, that's all I keep thinking about when I look at this picture and I'm going, damn, man, how you gonna be solid Middle Eastern, man?
I think you think you're talking to.
I just
y'all foul.
no.
Two wrongs don't make a right, man. You foul. Man. I will not condone this behavior.
It is foul, man. It's not us.
I just figure if you gonna do it,
It
do
is
it right.
not
You know what I
us.
mean?
This dude. Let me just listen to him.
On the service road, and this terrorist is terrorizing me. Come out! Whoa! Taka, 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 taka. You upset because I didn't let you make the U-turn? Mr. Mohammed, please move your car, please. You bastard guy. You're God. You're God. Okay, now leave me alone. Leave me alone. ISIS. You nobody. What are you going to do? The TLC. You blocked me. Okay. What are you going to do, Mr. Taka Taka? What are you going to do?
You was a G.
Why he call him Mr. Ducka Ducka? I don't
And
get
read
this.
up on him.
Oh, dude.
And read up on him. He wanted the smoke though. He wanted all the smoke. So I gotta give him props.
He beat the dude up.
He came at him with that Fuji's interlude. You want the beef?
Yeah, he came up to you. Want the kung pao chicken?
Boy, that was cold.
I got the egg roll. I got the egg roll for you, man.
So,
hey, but you know, to keep it a buck. I mean, I hate that happened, but I actually prefer that dude. At least I know where he's standing at, instead of trying to pretend like he cool or it was all good.
I'm gonna start saying that shit to niggas. Oh, what you want to do, Mr. Ducka Ducka?
Yeah, the hell.
Look, and they gonna say, "What did you say?"
You heard me. You black.
man say, hey, Mohammed.
Fall back, bastard guy.
Damn you. Damn you.
He went hard in the paint. He went hard in the paint.
Y'all messed up, man.
And that's our racist moment from the police this week here on MZ Talks Box. You know, where it's not just the white man that could be racist. It's, as you can see, I don't even know what he is because they didn't really say. They just said he was of Asian descent. So, if then, because I don't even, this motherfucker could be an American Asian. Is there such thing as American Asian?
That's Officer Ducka Ducka. That's what I'm calling him.
No, yeah, they is, man. I bet you that was in California, to keep it a buck. Yo,
Yes,
they is, man. Them dudes, like, I'm gonna tell you right now, Asians in And on the West Coast, they might as well just be Americans because they, especially the Cambodians and stuff like that, they damn near think they black people. So I mean, I'm just keeping it real. Like them dudes be the same way you be thinking. Your partners they the same way, and then get mad if you call them Asian. I'm Asian. I don't even know where that is. Where you from, fool?
Derek Daly say he Chinese, and then he said he's from the NYPD. Isn't he NY cop? Hold on, let me see. I might be able to pull it up and be able to see it.
Because we got it right here in Houston, man. A bunch of Asians, man. Right here where I live, right here in this area. Boy, look at here, they cold blooded. And some of them.
I think Dr. Richie. I'm sorry. I think Dr. Richie on the show says if he California, because I heard so many stories. Most of them been coming out of Florida and California. I only been getting a couple out of New York, so it might have been from New York and not Cali. But I'm leaning toward Cali, but I could be wrong. No, it's New York. You're right. It's New York department. I see it up there in the left-hand corner. Damn, I gotta stop smoking. So late.
Oh wow, man.
That's what I say. So yeah, I just wanted to go ahead and point out the racist moment in the segment, and it can be other people other than the same old. They mixed it up on us this time. I wasn't even suspecting that, but yeah, he did say, "Hey, taka taka." That motherfucker said that with no problem. And then the funny thing is he got out and like, what you gonna do? And beat the dude up.
Man.
He beat the dude up. So you can't, he's not gonna fight you back because you got on the uniform, so you just a bully.
Yep.
Straight up 100% bully.
Goddamn shame.
I don't understand why he called him Mr. Taka Taka.
Man, he just started disrespecting because at first y'all said he say? He said he did to his mom. I thought he said y'all did something to the goat or something. That's what I thought he said, but I'm gonna have to listen to it again just to make sure. But yeah, I can't get a commentary how old boy was giving it, but I knew I could play what he was saying. No good, dirty scoundrel. So with that being said, gentlemen, it's a little after the time. I done went deeper than the time I expected to, but I had a hell of a time tonight talking football and the surprises that happened. Super Bowl, who you think who you got in the Super Bowl, King? If he's still there. And you too, social scientists, who you picking to win the Super Bowl? I know y'all probably don't watch football like that.
Yeah, I ain't watched football in years.
Well, that's my first game watching it in a minute. I haven't been watching it either. So, but my brothers had told me how exciting football was last weekend, that I just expected it to be good this weekend, and I got invited to watch the games, so I went and watched them. But if it hadn't been for the invite, I would not have watched it. But I was pretty pleased with it. Nash, you should be up front. I brought you up. You on mute. Unmute your mic.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you now.
Oh, look, okay, I was getting hated on. No, I mean, I probably shouldn't even say nothing because I ain't watched football since Kaepernick days, bro. So I don't even know what's going on this weekend.
Well, just from what I seen, the Rams, the Rams got a stacked team. They got the quarterback that used to be in the Lions, who is a hard-nosed quarterback. I can't remember his name. White guy. They got Odell Beckham. They got Von Miller. They got the Donald dude that they can't block. That's just on the defense. That's defense and offense. They got a pretty good ass tight end. They got a pretty stacked team. But the Bengals, on the other hand, they got what you call a blue collar team. Some dudes that just go out there, keep working. They don't stop working at it. They just kept doing it. They didn't panic when they got down by, what was it, 21? I think they were down by 21. And they just kept chipping at it. Next thing you know, they get a interception, a couple of sacks. They then shook the Chiefs. They got their quarterback shook. And they took the game. So it could be a quite interesting game coming up for the Super Bowl. And it's going to be at the Rams' home because the Rams it's going to be in Los Angeles.
Them Rams about to kick them folks' ass all over the field. Watch what I tell you. Hey, where OG at? Get ready to run me my $20. That's what I want. Yeah, Big E. I need my big 20. That's what I need. Hey, we gonna see though, man. Y'all gonna see what I'm talking about, man. They about to blow them people off the field, man.
They say they about to do it, huh?
Trey
Blow
X
the
picking the
doors
Rams.
off their
The
ass.
Rams must have had a good amateur background.
They did. They did. $300.
Nah, they've been
fight.
hey man. To be honest, I ain't watching in a while, but they've been stacking that Rams team for a while because I was a Seattle fan for a long time, and that Rams defense it's going to be a track meet. If it's anything like I remember, it's going to be a track meet. It's going to be bad. So is what it is.
King. It's gonna be bad, bro. Kim Folk boxing, my bad. It's gonna be bad, Kim Folk.
Oh,
That's right, King of Kim Folk.
They ain't gonna let me leave it down. I was feeling good that night too because I was like,
Yeah, you
is
was
he
gone.
messing with me because I know I'm saying his name right. Y'all got to be tripping.
Yeah, King
Like,
of
nah,
Kim
man, you
folk.
calling me all the wrong shit. Why you ain't tell me? Got me sitting up here making a fool out of myself, calling the wrong shit. The halftime
Hey, we just
show.
roll with it, man. Sometimes you just got to roll with it when the OG slipping. You
Yeah,
feel me?
I appreciate that. You know, I appreciate that. Yeah, but anyway, D-Lo for boxing say halftime show is supposed to win from what I hear. Yes, I think. I know in the advertisement, I know I saw Dr. Dre, Kendrick Lamar, Mary J. Blige. It was another Snoop Dogg. It was one more artist, but I can't remember who that one was.
Was
But
it Anderson .Paak?
no, it wasn't Anderson.
Oh,
Oh, this West Coast Finance gonna be out there.
Yeah,
All
I
right.
was just thinking that shit.
Maybe
So
not the West Coast.
they need to got Cube. They should have had Cube come out there and really set it up.
Yeah. That would have been, then I would have probably been a lot more interested because Q, my guy. But
Yep.
I watch Mary and Dre. He might play Steel. Steel go hard till this day.
It's Dr. Dre. He gonna have some tracks.
Yeah.
Even if they're not all his.
Yeah,
but that's another story for another show.
that's that big boy.
Still Dre Day. AK Day.
Kendrick Lamar.
Yeah. Kendrick Lamar's I saw him in the advertisement, so I would figure he was there. He was sitting at a desk like he was writing rhymes, and paper was just shooting up one after the other until it was like a whole bunch of them just flying in the air. Dr. Dre was walking down the sidewalk, so was Mary. And who else did I say? Snoop Dogg was in the car.
Yeah.
And I still can't remember who the other person is. I thought
Eminem.
Yeah, it was him, Eminem. He was at like a chalkboard or something, or a bulletin board where he was writing, and they was like talking. Yeah, so yeah. So we'll see how they go. And I'm thinking Justin Timberlake might show up because
nobody want to see that.
Nobody really does.
That damn Janet Jackson documentary just came out too. He don't want to show his face right now.
See, and that's the thing, because Janet is like, oh, I told him not to say anything. I'll take the hit. But you ain't the one that pulled the thing off your titty. He did.
But you know what, man? I didn't get a chance to watch that shit. Did a whole titty come out, man?
So you missed.
Look, I heard about it.
So you missed the infamous breast malfunction.
Yeah.
I'm sure you can find it on
Master Rob want to hear about the titty.
The whole titty come out there and just showed part of her.
Yeah, it's like he was supposed to peel something off. I don't know what the hell was going on. All I know is he peeled it, and the next thing I know, it was like something hanging out. I thought it was a handkerchief or something when I first saw it, So,
oh man,
I didn't have a high definition TV.
It was for days, and I was like, "Damn, Janet, shit! I know you fine at a motherfucker, but don't be showing your shit, God damn!
Come on, man."
That was an agent Janet trying to stay relevant by popping out a titty. That's what happened when they slowly start getting older and wore out. Then we got to shock you with the value. You're like, man, come on, man, it ain't that serious. I've seen too many titties to be worried about somebody showing one on TV. I'm sorry, wasn't a big deal to me.
Like I said, I thought it was a handkerchief or something. I didn't realize it was a real titty hanging out. It wasn't all voluptuous or nothing.
Hey, them a shelf ball anyway, so who cares? Just saying, like, yo, for them, like I said, they just have a meltdown. They're like, people so ridiculous. That was so corny.
Yeah, because we see this shit, man, on fucking porn. So what's the difference, right?
What?
Thank you.
Wait.
You know, shit. You see it all in porn, and just because Justin pulls it off and say, "Hey, look." Oh boy, I tell you.
Don't talk,
man.
Don't talk.
You are OG.
Yeah, I'm trying to
God
understand.
dang. Sound like you swallowed the paper, bro.
I don't use paper.
Thank God, because you know that sucks up the THC, man. So I've been trying to tell people.
No, I got me a nice pipe that I got stuffed up real good.
That motherfucker, that boy, tear your ass up.
So man, hey, you putting out too much. You letting people know we be hanging out together.
Hey man, it's 11, man. I'm about to go ahead and cut out.
Say so, everybody.
Hey, we appreciate you coming to the show, man. Always, man.
Yeah, got anything to say?
Appreciate y'all having me on the panel. You know what I'm saying? Salute to everybody. Salute to everybody that came through. Salute to everybody in the chat. You know what I'm saying? I hate to do my boy Ernest Davis because I'm a Davis too, man. My name is Montre Davis. I hate to do my fella Davis brother like that, but we gotta come stomp a mud hole in your ass in this Super Bowl, man. So you know, it is what it is. But salute to everybody, man. Much love to everybody. Y'all come through and check us out on Saturday. We definitely will be calling the Keith Thurman fight versus Mario Barrios. So if you don't feel like ordering that shit, come listen to your boy Trey's call a frog at a well, and we gonna hold it down like a bloodhound. You know what I'm saying? But salute to everybody.
All right,
salute to you, bro.
Man.
Thanks for stopping through.
Right. Yes.
Next up, please say your piece.
Yeah. I appreciate it, man. Let me on the platform. Definitely, I'm gonna be in the corner as always. And y'all brothers have a good and safe night.
Man, thanks for stopping through, King of Kings,
bro.
Always a pleasure. Social scientist, my brother.
Yeah, man. I was, glad to be on the platform once again. I don't know if I'm gonna be on Marlo's Corner this weekend because my grandmother just passed actually today, and gotta go down there. Yeah, man, gotta go. They think they might have a little ceremony and all that, so I might have to go down there. But I'm definitely gonna watch the replay if I can't make it. So yeah.
Right.
That's understandable.
You always welcomed on the show, man. Anytime. You know,
anytime.
The door is always open. You're always
sure.
welcome. Appreciate you stopping through.
And our condolences to you, brother.
Yeah, I appreciate it, man.
Yeah.
Hey, we show love like it's supposed to be here. That's the only way we know how to do it.
That's it.
Maestro say, don't make me come back on there. He already gone, big bro. He already gone. You don't have to come on.
He didn't. He gone.
Cool your jets. Everybody's sending their condolences. La D, King of Kings. Everybody's sending their condolences, man. D-Lo 404 Boxing. I'm gonna say thank you to everybody that came through and hung out with us. It's always a blessing to be able to just hang out and kick it, sip a little bit of wine, talk boxing, other sports, and these crazy people in public affairs. I guess I'll say I'm going to holler at y'all next week on Tuesday at 8:30. Master Raj is getting his show together. He usually pops off at 8:30. What is it, 8 o'clock, 7 o'clock? What time is it, Master Raj, on Thursday?
On Thursdays, 8:30.
Okay, we're going to try to help grow Master Raj and get him on up there. You got somebody that you know their channel that made a certain mark, or you that made a certain mark, we celebrate that over here. So let us know about it so we can get it put out there. With that being said, I'm going to say peace, and we're going to be out.